Yeah. Let's do it.
Who's the intro? Me or you?
You.
Okay. Hey, you. Oh, turn the music off. My bad. Hey, you motherfuckers. Welcome to the Water Tower podcast. This is episode number 23, and it's an interesting episode because this, my friends, is the end. It's the end of the road. We're postponing things. We decided to take a break from the podcast, maybe forever, maybe for a while. We don't know, but this is definitely the last episode for a while.
Let's hope the latter.
We want to thank everybody from Juan from Venezuela, Juan Nunez, shout out. Joe Soda from Porterville, California, right. Shout out. Lindsay from Colombia, who's now in Oregon, shout out. Ooh. Tucker in Alabama, shout out. Craig in Malaysia, Singapore, right. Close to Malaysia, shout out.
Benny
in Scotland, shout out. Hey. Was that it? Yeah. And shout out to all of you callers, Kobe, Mike, Milan.
Mike, Primo Podcast.
Primo Podcast, the best.
So, big news, man. Big news. Hopefully we will be back, Jay, but this is the last episode. We're going to take a hiatus and try to structure some things, and things are moving around a little bit. And, well, we just want to thank everyone for being there for 23 episodes. Shit, it was a good run, Jay.
It's a really good run. You let me know when to stop.
Go right there. It's good. I'm going to try to compete with Dave. This is, bittersweet. It's been a good run, and fuck, man. It's fun, but it turns out it's a lot of work to run a good podcast, and we don't want to run a podcast that's not good, right? And so that's
and it is what it is. It's a little there's some things going on, and some exciting things, some not so exciting things, and we decided to got to focus our energies elsewhere for the moment. But
yes, sir.
We had a good 4 or 5 month run, 23 episodes, man, and also trial episodes and figuring out all this stuff. And we're
during a pandemic.
Yeah,
during a pandemic, and I mean, this is not the end of the road, and obviously this equipment isn't going to go anywhere, and it costs a lot of money. So, we will put it to good use and hopefully touch bases again, someday soon, or who knows, down the road. But, I wouldn't call it the end. I would just call it, a break to situate things. And
what do the bands call it?
What do the bands
hiatus or something, like when they fight and their press release is always like something hiatus or something.
Interesting.
Like I don't know. Political bullshit.
Well, shit. Cheers, Jay.
Cheers, buddy. Hey, thanks for going on this journey with me.
Fuck yeah, likewise, brother.
It's been awesome,
dude. I'm drinking whiskey with you, Jay.
Yeah. Sippy.
Woo.
So what do you think about all this?
Why did I do this, Jay?
Yeah, don't drink too much, man. Don't go crazy. But
all right.
Why do you also I've been on a veggie cleanse, so this whiskey might fuck me up too. We'll see.
Jay has been. Jay actually, fuck, man. I got here today and it's like, damn, Jay looks different.
Yeah,
10 pounds in 10 days?
About 10 pounds, just doing like veggie and fruit juices, and then running every day, 3 miles, but running on fumes with the veggies, and then just no tobacco, no alcohol, no weed, and no caffeine. And today we had some caffeine, so I'm feeling pretty good. And then
some alcohol,
and some tobacco.
Some weed.
Oh,
no, you're not having no weed.
I might have some weed.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? It's the last one. We got to do it right.
Hey, we got to do it right.
And I only kind of do these things now during celebrations, and this is a celebration, bitch.
Well, you know what? Fuck, man. That's what I was telling you off air, and I'll tell you on air publicly to the world. I need to fucking get on that, dude, because that cleanse thing, that's real, man. You cleanse your body, and it fucking makes you a different person, I feel.
Yeah, and this documentary I was telling Nick about, I sent Nick. It was, it's like, oh, God, I always mess up the name. It's like Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, or 40, Fat, Sick, Nearly Dead, or something like that. I forget, but it's this Australian dude's overweight. He used to be on Netflix. Now it's on YouTube free. And he just, goes on this, decides to give up food and go on veggies, but realized that there's so much veggies you need in a day that he can't possibly eat it all. So he goes, I'll just fucking juice this shit. And he decides to start in New York. He kind of, his second home's America, apparently. I think he had one dad was American or mom was Australian, something like that. But does cross country from New York to California and meets people along the way, like truck stops and steak diners. And and just talks to them and learns their story. And he is just juicing the whole time, and his ups and downs, and the weight just falls off of him. He gets off, he has a disease, has to take steroid pills or something, gets off those eventually. And he meets a guy and a truck driver in the middle of America at a truck stop that's very obese and has the same disease as him. And it's like, he goes, I never met anyone across the globe that had this disease.
Interesting. Okay.
And he convinces him to try it. The guy's like, yeah, maybe. And then they separate ways. Well, after the whole, he goes to California, everything, after he does this, like, I think he did a 30-day cleanse and ended up doing like 60 or something.
The truck driver?
No, the Australian guy.
Okay.
But then he goes back to Australia, and then he gets a call from this guy that sounds really, the truck driver, and like, hey,
shit.
You said you'd help me. I'm going through some stuff.
Oh, wow.
It sounded really dark in his voice. And he said,
I got to watch this fucking movie, Jay.
Dude, the Australian guy goes back and they start their journey. And it got me doing veggie juices years ago. And I first saw this on Netflix. I rewatched it again because every time I'm getting a little heavy, getting a little out of control with the drinking and stuff, I watch this and it kind of reminds me like I'm fucking up the inside of my body. And the movie talks about you take your car to get serviced, you take all this, the engine, the insides, but we never really service our insides.
Fucking true, bro.
It's crazy.
So true. And that's so fucking important, Jay. But let's let our listeners know, our watchers, our viewers know that Jay watched episode number 21, where we had a river scene.
Yeah, I look like a beluga whale. I think I talked about it last podcast, and I said, "Oh shit."
We all did, Jay. We all did.
Oh man,
but you're the only one that's doing something about it. So good for you.
Well, I hate that shit because it's like shame on me. I know better, and it's I had an MMA fight over a year ago, and I just showed you a picture. I was in great shape, man, and 176. I started weighing 198, 199. And so now I'm about 188, dropped about 10 pounds, 10 days.
That's amazing, dude.
Probably gained weight today from this, but I'm going to go back to this. I miss meat, steak, red meat. I'm craving it, but it's more just moderation. And right now it's more just like boot camp. It's like I need to suffer for the sins I have committed. And then after a while, when I get back on track, then I can start introducing meat and stuff.
Fucking great analogy. I think that's exactly what it is, right? It's moderation, because I tell my wife that too. Like, do we need so much fucking meat? Especially red meat? Like, probably not. Like, we don't need to eat meat every day. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I think if I'm working out the way I like to, I need meat every day.
Okay.
I usually will do when I was doing the MMA thing before I cut weight, I would do 2 big ass veggie shakes. Got behind me, they're bottles about this big, and I put mostly always kale and spinach, but then I'll throw in carrots, ginger, cauliflower, just depending if I got a sore neck, I'll put some ginger in. Just whatever, bunch of different things, tomatoes, mix it up. And I don't do it for taste. I definitely do it. Throw some bananas in there every once in a while, get some sugar in there. So, but yeah, it's then I was running on that and I was fucking feeling faint. And then I added salads with steak in it and cut up my own steak, and then not a lot, but enough. And then it gives me that energy for those workouts. Yeah. For me personally, I think everybody's different.
Right. Well, and that's why I get the idea of going vegetarian, and vegan, and what's the one where you only eat fish?
Pescatarian?
Yeah, pescatarian.
Or is that a religion? I always forget.
But I always go back to that. We need something, right? We need some kind of meat in our body to keep us going and energized. But so I try not to eat it every day.
Chicken and turkey is always good.
Right,
turkey.
Chicken, white meat.
Yeah.
I like to eat that. If I can eat chicken and rice all day, every day, probably.
I tell you what, the last 10 days, I haven't craved chicken or turkey, but I've been craving fucking a red meat, man. Fuck, a steak, a steak too. Not even a hamburger. I want a steak.
Nice, juicy, thick fucker.
They were talking about that on, I got to mention him.
Joe Rogan,
my daddy.
You got to mention him on the last podcast, Jay.
I mention him every podcast, and sometimes multiple times, but, he had Mike Tyson on, and Mike Tyson.
Dude, I seen that. Well, I didn't see the episode, but I seen the Instagram post.
And they're talking about that, and Mike went vegan, I guess, for 2 years or something. And but he was talking now he only eats really good red meat, like elk.
Okay, Mike Tyson does.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know Joe eats a lot of elk, and apparently that's better than just your beef or your steak, that you get.
Why, I wonder?
Probably just I don't know. It's probably just a healthier lean meat or something, or. I don't know. I'm not sure. I imagine cows are bred, and
well, I was just gonna say not wild. A lot of elk farms out there, probably.
Probably not. Yeah. Probably in the future, right? That's a business.
Oh shit, I wouldn't doubt it.
Elk
Jay.
farms,
God
baby.
damn it. But dude, that's yeah, like I said, man. I mean, because I saw the episode 21 River Scene 2, Jay, and I thought the same fucking thing, bro. Like, god damn, look at me. Fucking, I don't think I was ever in as good as shape when you were, fighting shape. But I've always been in relatively decent shape. I blame it on COVID. I'm going there. Fuck it.
Well, like, can you you see, like, when I look at you, I go, oh, he's got a little something, but like, and then I look at me and I go, oh, like, I'm like going towards a beast. Like, I don't know if that's just because it's me and the ego, but like, it's like, also I'm a shorter dude.
I was just gonna say I'm taller,
I got like a short
I can hide
cage.
it. I can hide it a little better, maybe.
Yeah, my body loves meat, and my man titties, but it's do you ever, like, how much overweight do you think you get? Like, from where
On
you're
average,
like normal? Like, is it 10 pounds, 5 pounds?
Yeah, probably about 10 pounds. Yeah, I think so. And then what I think though, in my frame of body, I think that 10 pounds stands out a lot.
Okay.
Because if I was, I think because I push right now, I'm probably like 190, something like that. But on average, I'm about 175, 180.
Yeah.
And so that extra 10 pounds like makes a difference in my body structure, I think. It's just like, because I'm tall and a little slender, is like, oh shoot, fucking little 10-pound belly right there,
I see.
And it's all fucking midnight bowls of cereal,
See, where mine will go like here and then here and then here.
Okay.
It kind of like disperses in bad areas, or I just become like a circle. Yeah.
But you know what, man? Going back to taking care of your body, it is a machine, man. And I think I mentioned this on the podcast before. Like, I'm amazed at our body. Like, I get high sometimes and just like, like just vibe out on how amazing our bodies are, right? Like fucking veins and blood and like, dude, just the way we are as human beings is amazing. And then we just go and eat Twinkies and destroy that shit.
I haven't had a Twinkie in a long time.
Dude, years.
But that's what pisses me off, because my body is like, my dad was pretty obese at one time. He's super small now, but he went through a couple divorces, got depressed, and didn't go for drugs or alcohol. Just went for food. He said, like, fuck it,
Okay.
And he got big, like really big. And I have his body type, so I should be smarter. And although he wasn't ever a workout guy, which I kind of like to, but he, I need to be aware of that. And man, I lived with Tyler Williams, my cousin, and he would eat Jack in the Box every day and never gained a pound. And then I would be like eating like steak or something, but not working out enough. And then I would gain like weight. And I was just like, God damn it.
Fucking Tyler.
But Tyler's like, hey, I want to gain weight, and I'm like, the grass is always greener, right?
You son of a bitch. Yeah, you know what? That's how my wife is too. Like she eats. I mean, we eat well, but she can fucking just fill her face with all kinds of shit. She stays slim.
Damn it.
Fucking asshole.
What do they call it? Skinny on the outside, fat on the inside.
I've never heard that before.
I don't know. I think it's just fat guys mad.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so fat dudes pissed.
But dude, I mean, taking care of our body is so fucking important, man. And this goes beyond going for walks and runs, and it's cleansing. You're doing it right, man. So you're motivating me to do it, Jace.
Well, and I have been good on my body, since young kids, just like, we've been drinking, and I definitely I'm a drinker. I like to drink and smoke. And then it was like got a thing where I would drink a little bit and I'm like, I want to get high. And then I get high and I'm like, oh, when I'm high, I want to drink. And then when I'm high, I want nachos. And then it's like, and then when I eat nachos, I want a nice beard. And it's just this weird cycle. And it's cycle. Like, fuck, why don't I just add in Coke and heroin, bitch? Like, when you draw the line. So it's like, okay, I'm a glutton. I know that. I got 3 things going on. Jesus, I got, and then every once in a while I'll throw in a cigar. It's like, how much shit am I going to add? So it's like, all right, time to shock the system.
Hey, but you know what? It's good that, and I do this too. I find myself doing this, and it's good to see that, right? It's good. It's good. No, fuck, I'm doing the same thing. It's good to reflect on that and see that, right? And look like, oh shit, like I am doing this, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing that. Oh fuck, I need to do something,
Yeah.
Because some people don't.
Yeah.
We see it all the time, right?
One thing that I am is self-aware. I just ignore it sometimes.
Yeah,
and then you feel guilty. And
Same here, man. Shit.
It's a good thing to be self-aware, right? Like they always say, if you want to know if you're a narcissist, if you're thinking that question, you're not a narcissist, So that's a good thing.
Great. High five to that.
Yeah. Not narcissists, hopefully. But we might prove them wrong. Who knows? But,
be the outlier.
Yeah. Well, shit, dude. California's on fire.
Oh my goodness, Jay.
Fire.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's a creek fire out past Fresno, and dude, the Sierra Nevada mountains. Who was just there? I was just there. Fuck, I went to.
It was me.
Yeah,
All this time. It was me all this time.
Well, I went down and visited my uncle, and he's going through his own shit, battling cancer, and every time I see this guy, I want to do something with him, and then we're like, oh, let's, my cousin took the day off, let's go for a drive out to the mountains. So hour drive, drove to Sierra Nevada mountains, check out General Sherman, the biggest pine tree out there, or redwood, and good time, man. Good time. So we're just out there, and then so I looked up the creek fire and the location, and it's like literally right there, man. Burning fucking hundreds. I think it's at 175,000 acres right now, or something like that.
Yeah.
Fresno County evacuating multiple areas, Clovis, and you know what? You're like this too, Jay. But you always want to do something, right? Or at least a little something, So I started reading articles, and they said, if you want to donate, donate to Red Cross. And of course, I look at that like, fuck those motherfuckers.
Fuck Red Cross,
what are they doing, dumbasses? And but you go down the list, and there's like local businesses, right? And so I ran across a couple businesses. One of them's called KLSD. It's a website that sells mostly apparel. And there's another one called Oso Ike, which is kind of interesting. It's like a Mexican. So Oso is bear, and then Ike is like and what, like bear and what, and I don't know what that means. I think it's like Sierra Nevada mountain type,
like
thing.
The animal bear,
like the animal bear, yeah. And so, dude, they actually and I bought this. There's a flag, and it's like a Sierra Nevada forest, and it's a big brown flag that has like the national monument on it, and it's pretty cool. So it's $40, and if you buy it, 100% of the proceeds go to fire victims.
Nice.
So I was like, well, that's cool. That's like, I'll do that. So I bought a couple stickers. And then on that other website, I bought my wife and I a shirt. And so, good way to help out, and not to be a selfish motherfucker, but I get something in return at the same time, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So it's out there. So if, you're thinking like, hey, what can I do? That's at least something, because they're all taking donations like clothes and blankets and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm not in Fresno, so that's a little more difficult for me. And again, I'm not going to donate to the Red Cross. I just,
I did with those books I was supposed to take to Africa years ago. I tried Red Cross, and it was just some funky shit going on with them. And then their CEO I don't know, it got weird. Right. But they're like, we're going to take it and give it to where we want. And I hear sometimes they send clothes somewhere, and then whoever is in charge of that office like sells it on the street. Like Africa or something, they just like create a store and what the fuck. So I don't know who's watching that shit, but
probably nobody. And you know what I mean, the stories that I've read over the years about the Red Cross is like they're getting a lot of money, man. I mean, because that's what everybody promotes, right? On TV, the NFL, sports and all this stuff, they're always saying, oh, donate to the Red Cross, and all this stuff. So I think it was like Haiti or something like that. They had got, I don't know, like $1 billion, and they said they're going to build 500 houses, and they ended up building like 50 houses and like bailed. It's like, motherfuckers.
Yep.
So something's going on there, right? And so I don't really want to give my money there, but dude, do you see those pictures of the red sky in San Francisco?
Yeah, look at the picture right above my head, above the window.
Oh, dude.
Isn't that a trip? Bought that years ago.
Wow, what a trip,
Right when we walked in here to record, I looked at it. I can't show it to you, but it's like I bought it in San Francisco, and I lived there, and it's like the Golden Gate Bridge and just like a red fiery sky.
Exactly the way it's the Golden Gate Bridge with the red sky,
and those
yellow
pictures.
Kind of, you can see kind of sun barely trying to peek through.
Dark, everything's dark.
You're right.
Crazy.
That's exactly it, bro.
You know what I thought? It was like super orange. I was like, I wanted to create a fake conspiracy and send it out because I always wanted to do that and see how if people will start believing it, because it seems like that's what's going on. That like Donald Trump made the sky orange to say "fuck you, San Francisco," the orange man,
that'd be so funny.
It was intense. Yeah, I saw a lot of friends that lived there posted some shit. I was like, fuck, like a movie.
And you know what, man? It's been interesting to see, because you hear other places like earthquakes and tornadoes and hurricanes and tsunamis destroying places. It's like, oh, pray for this place, pray for this. But, you see all that shit all over social media. And I started seeing that shit about California. Like, oh, man, feel sorry for the people in California. It's like, oh, shit, like here we are fucking living this fucking disaster, man. It really is a fucking disaster. We're setting records.
And last year there was this shit.
Exactly. 2018 set the record. 2019 set a new record.
Yeah.
And now here we are setting a new record.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking forest gone.
Yeah. It's, and I hear all this, of course the right and left are doing their thing like always, but, Yeah, it's like it's funny that it happened, and I just kind of like accepted it and didn't give it much thought. And I realized I've gotten so used to bad news in 2020 that
Fuck, no lie, bro.
oh yeah, I guess we got because I've been running and shit. I'm like, great, now there's fires, but all right. And I just got my car details cover Nash next morning. Great. I never get my car clean, and when I finally do, but then it's like, oh, like I'm not saying it's a good thing to accept this shit, but it's like, oh yeah, whatever. Another thing, add it to the list.
It is,
Yeah.
dude, and I feel you, man. I was exactly like that too, and it's, and again, I don't watch the news, so I don't see it like blaring in my face all the time. But I'm just checking my feed and checking the people that I follow on Twitter and things like that, and it's like, damn, this is bad. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago I seen that stat come out about the records, and I think it's like the last 25 years of wildfires. It's like, damn, the last 3 years have been fucking crazy.
Well, and a lot of them are, from what I heard before this fire, I heard for this fire too, is a lot of them are man-made, like people camping, and it's just the state has so many people, and the more it till recently, it seems like the numbers have always climbing in the area and in the state, and it's always grown. It's just always have in the last like 10, 15 years, I think. And I think the last year it's been getting a little different, but yeah, more people out there doing stuff, more mistakes are going to happen. I think there was 2 gender reveal parties. I know there's for sure one. I heard possibly 2. Yeah, it was definitely a girl. It was definitely a girl. Thank you. Females burn the fucking state now. I don't know.
Pyrotechnic fucking bomb.
Is that what
that's what that's fucking crazy.
I can't hate because that sounds like something I'd want to do.
Dude, that just sounds totally fucking cool. But
bomb.
You got to be smart about it,
Yeah.
Like, dude, even in archaeology, like, it's well known that, because you drive a truck a lot in archaeology, you're doing surveying, you're driving and walking a lot, and the muffler underneath the truck gets hot. And so there's been cases where archaeologists go into field, get off their truck, go survey, and drive over brush because it's always in some fucking brushy area. And there's been fires caught because the fucking car, lights. And so it's always like, it's second nature in archaeologist world. Like that, they teach you that on the books and in the field. Like, be conscious of where you park the car,
Yeah.
And I mean, you're gonna light off a fucking bomb. Make sure there's no fucking dry brush around. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, like, and what's the thing? Like I haven't paid any attention to much, but like the right and left is like last fires last year, they were like, we should come in and rake out the brush.
Oh, the underbrush, right?
But then there was like a spotted owl thing. I don't know if this is just gibberish from Facebook and social media. Like I said, I haven't researched it, so they didn't do it due to a spotted owl. But now that spotted owl doesn't seem to have a home, anyways. But
interesting.
I did recently go because I was always like, well, when I first heard it, I was like, well, who needs to mess with the forest? Like the forest has been there forever. Right. Like, but fires are natural to clear out the forest, right?
And they happen all the time.
So I was like, thinking of dawn of time, like no one goes and rake shit up. But now this morning I went on a long ass hike, and I was thinking about these fires that are kind of close here too. And man, I went in some areas and it was just like thick with dead leaves. And I was like, man, if a fire hits this spot, because there's a couple homeless tents out there, these people are done.
Yeah, they're done.
This place will be like, it was just waiting for a fire to look like. And I was like, maybe there is something to that raking shit. Right. I don't know enough about the forestry and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. And I've heard things about that too. And actually, I actually saved it. I'm always doing this, Jay, bookmarking a bunch of articles, and I never get back to them.
We all do it.
Yeah. But, it was about some firefighter in some county. This firefighting crew met with tribal members of a native tribe because they do similar things like that. And actually, it dates back thousands of years to early agriculture, slash and burn. You know slash and burn?
No.
Well, slash and burn is basically you grow acreage, because burning is actually really good for vegetation. Actually, once it breaks down and it creates fucking rich soil. Mm-hmm. And so slash and burn basically means you say you have an acre. You plant on 3/4 of the acre, and then you burn 1/4 of the acre, and then you rotate. So then after that plant's done, then you burn that one, then you plant on this one. And so it's like a rotation thing.
Okay.
And so firefighters are working with natives to figure out, okay, well, how are we going to do that on this grand scale, which is, I don't know how that's going to work, but it sounds interesting. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I always thought this is probably asshole of me, but I always thought, like, especially driving up there and as a kid, there was not a lot of houses up there, Now you go up there and there's fucking houses everywhere. Yeah. Like, why sell that land, right? Like, why not just keep it, like, I don't know. Again, I get, like, infrastructure and things like that, but I don't know. I think if forests are going to burn, we know they're going to burn. We anticipated it, firefighters, there's a fire season, it just happens, lightning fires, things like that. Of course, there are man-made fires too, which is fucking stupid, but why keep building houses in areas that are going to burn down? Same like the hurricanes and like Tornado Alley, right? It's like, why keep rebuilding right there?
Well, I think, there's always those people that are going to stay. And I think up until recently, a lot of these places, my uncle and aunt live out there around Valley Lindsay. And a couple years ago, the fire went right up to that dirt road right next to their house. I got lucky.
Wow.
My old Pontiac was right there. I was like, oh, fuck. But like when they said fire, it went literally, there's a dirt road between their house and this fire. And I was like, oh shit. And that's never really happened before. So I think, whether it's global warming, whether it's not raking the forest, I don't really know. I'm not an expert on it, but I don't think people are prepared for this, because I thought like with Paradise, like, well, fuck, you can't live there now. Like, but then will it never happen again in 100 years? But still, if it happens in 100 years and your great grandkids, like, I don't know.
Well, actually, Paradise is under right now.
Again. And during that fire, we went up and worked when I worked at my company in San Francisco, and
nice.
We had my manager at the time, her mom's house, I believe, got burnt down. She also fibbed a lot, so I don't know. But we went up there and like volunteered just for a day.
Okay.
Nothing crazy, but like hard work, and you see people out there fucking small town people fucking loading water, loading trucks, clothing even, and
can't even imagine
food, and because people are displaced, and it was crazy. And they had a bunch of camps up there, and I just really drove up to a camp and just, hey, you need help? Yeah, go. That was easy as that. And everybody was hard to breathe. Yeah, it was hard work. I filled water trucks all day.
Damn.
My hands were all bloody and just
wow, man.
It was
that's devastating, man. You can't even imagine what that's like. And to top all that off, COVID's going on,
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. Like, I've heard a couple stories on the radio, and it's like, fuck, man, how are these camps now? These what are they called? Where people go, during the fires, usually like in a big building, they have a bunch of cots and things like that. Like, it can't be like that anymore. Like, they have to separate them and all this shit. It's fuck, man. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
You got to feel for the firefighters, man.
Yeah. We know, Gabriel, Lupe, and then
Bruce. Well, Bruce used to, but Jason McClung. I don't think you know him. But he's doing that too.
Okay. And then there's Laura. Laura is doing it. She's
a
Lindsay girl, or a Visalia girl, actually, I think. Not from Lindsay, but kind of hung out with some Lindsay people. And haven't talked, but I just see their post, and it doesn't look like things are going great from their posts, because usually their posts are pretty positive, and it seems like, well, this one's a tricky one. Oh, this one. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, right. Well, I just heard today or yesterday on my way to work, I was listening to the radio, and they're saying that they have, I think it was the creek fire they're talking about, or I think maybe, I don't know which fire it was, but they had 1,400 firefighters, which sounds like a lot of firefighters. And I was like, okay, well, that sounds good, And they're like, but usually we have about 4,500 firefighters for something like this.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, that's a huge fucking difference, man. And so when you see the numbers like 7% contained, 13% contained, it's like, damn, that we're in it for a long haul, which fucking sucks, because being out there, man, working out there. Like, dude, I was telling you I had stomach issues. Actually, I mentioned it on the podcast, and I'm thinking it has something to do with that. I had the runs for a day, and like, dude, I'm out there breathing this shit in. Like today at work, I wore my mask all day, like never even took it off, because it's like foggy. It looks like fog.
Yeah,
but it's fucking ash.
And we're not even in the worst of it,
You're right.
But I did look up before I ran the other day. I don't know about today, but it said it was moderate in Sacramento.
Okay.
Which was it wasn't like health, like there's like low health risk.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what that means, but also how accurate is that? This website looks like it's from fucking 2001. So
yeah,
I don't know, but well, shit. Also, you know what today is?
9/11.
9/11 anniversary of September 11th. We're just going down negative road here. It's the whiskey talking.
But you know what? It's just
Why am I so shiny? I'm always so shiny, greasy motherfucker.
And that's on a laptop cam.
Yeah.
But dude, it's 2020 has been so fucking just crazy, man. And fuck, now ending this podcast, is also, adds on to that. But those fires, man, they happen every year, and I feel that, we just don't do, or not we, but yeah. Just feel like California doesn't do a good enough job of managing that. And I don't know. I have also heard that funding, is not there and this and that, but I don't know the answer. Just like, I'm not a pro, I don't know. I'm not, into that, but
what's funny? What's crazy? Just a thought right now is, well, how many years ago was it that September 11th happened? 19 years. crazy thought right now. 19 years ago, September 11th happened, and who are the heroes?
Firefighters
And
and
police.
police officers. Yeah.
And fast forward to 19 years later, who's the villain?
Well,
Police.
are. Firefighters still the heroes.
Yeah, maybe now, but were they before? Easily we forget. How easily we forget. But
nurses too.
Yeah, nurses.
I remember reading that when COVID hit, like they were the heroes, right? And I remember reading something. It was like, yeah, give it, another year, and then they'll be, the people who are getting paid too much or whatever. I know there's a lot of shit going on.
Well, I think it just shows our bullshit society. It just shows like, oh, we like to post to Facebook a picture of a fireman and we think we did something. At least you're actually donating, buying stuff. I'm not, but I hope I probably should. But it's like, it's that cheap fucking applaud yourself. And
it is.
Yeah, and hey, look what I'm doing. Share this if you care about firefighter. Shut the fuck up. What are you doing?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Jay. And I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No,
sorry, but I just the never forget, right? People are posting that shit all day today. Like
everyone forgot.
It doesn't piss me off, but it kind of does, because it's like exactly that, right? Like you think just posting something on Facebook or Instagram is like your way of doing your part.
1 second.
You know what I mean?
1 second. It's the easiest thing to do.
It is, right? And I get it, because I don't know where I stand on that as far as like, obviously I love this country, and that was awfully devastating. But there's a lot of conspiracies, and who knows what to fucking believe nowadays, right? But
yeah,
obviously it was a terrible situation, and the way the country came together was fucking amazing, and it's like I remember that, right? And I think remembering that and I don't know, just it's hard. Like, what have I done, right? Since for 19 years, what have I done? I think I've appreciated, especially, I was telling you, my daughter, was hauled off in an ambulance not too long ago. And it's like, I look at these paramedics and it's like, dude, thank you. Like, dude, what you're doing right now, like saved me, right? Like, you saved my daughter's life probably, and you're saving me knowing that I have you here to help this situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's my appreciation. Like, I don't have to post anything on Facebook about it. It's like, I'm telling you, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Look a person in the eye.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. And again, it doesn't bother me, but it's like, damn, like, and fuck, I don't know, this is cheesy as fuck, Jay, but I didn't like any of those, like, I don't like them or.
Yeah. I felt a little like, I was like, oh shit, I should put, and I was like, it just felt a little cheap. And, it's crazy because, about 3,000 people died. I think 2,000, something like that, died on September 11th. And, we got 23 episodes. Still don't know. Conspiracy theory coming. But it's like, do we know what fucking happened on September 11th still to this day?
I don't think so.
I never read the 9/11 report. I want to, but I know it's just bullshit. I heard it's bullshit. I heard it sucks. It's just like
I never read
government crap in there.
Right.
But
and I don't think we'll ever know, unfortunately. But I don't know. Who knows? Things come out 50, 60 years later,
well, how do we know that's true? And this, because usually that's what I wait for. Like, oh, the CIA document's released, but how do we no, that's not fit to us. And I watched a very interesting documentary today called The Social Dilemma.
Dude, I started watching that last night. I only got about 10 minutes in though.
I got about halfway and I crashed. I stayed up way too late last night. But whoa, it talks, and I worked in the tech environment, not like extreme, like these guys are heads of Facebook and Google and Apple and all this stuff. And but you do sense it, and you do see
you're gonna get fucked up, Jay.
Smoking this
and drinking and all this stuff after taking a hiatus for 10 days.
I don't do this shit not to get fucked up, Nick.
Hey, I'll tell you
it's called alcoholism.
I'll tell you what. Sorry, go ahead, Jay.
So the whole documentary basically is how
you good?
Yeah, social media is kind of bad for you.
Right.
So how, especially with children, spikes have gone up with suicide, depression, less dating, less interaction with friends across the board. And it's all down to about 2009, 2011, when all these things got real big.
Right.
And, and they have these guys that talk about Facebook, like, man, we started like people were using it to share protests and this and find organs for people that need it. It was such a good thing. And they're saying, one guy said, I used to think it was a good thing, and I can't say that now. I'm not really sure it is.
Right.
And there's teams of guys like me that were designers that are, 25 to 35-year-old white dudes, maybe a little older than that too. And they put 50 people on a team to decide how to get Nick on Facebook longer. And that's their whole job, specifically through likes. The other 50 guys do how to get you on there longer through tagging. Another 50 guys work on how to get you to, like someone's picture.
They're investing a lot.
Yeah, and Google, like, we're giving them free information. And the whole thing about the doc is, guess what the product is for social media?
Us.
We are the product. So they have a saying that one of these guys said it: if the product is free, you are the product. So Facebook's free, all this social media is free to get on. Well, how they make money, how tech used to make money, they sell software, hardware, they make money. And then it kind of transitioned to advertisement and media companies pay social media companies to get in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the control of the traffic. And then they also have teams that could kind of dial this in. So they could actually now, without even a human doing it, now the computer is learning to do it. Machine learning is when they set some mathematical code that will, based off your behavior, learn over time without a human dialing in it. And so it could make you feel a certain way without you even being cognitive of it. And I definitely lately have been guilty of that, getting wrapped into fucking politics and all this shit. And not so much like I go to social media for my politics research, but I try to avoid that shit. But like YouTube's another one. That's a big one. And that one I kind of am guilty of sometimes. But, reading the bills and stuff like that's really important. But damn, Nick, it's me and you've had some disagreements on political things. And another aspect of this documentary was how when you open up your Facebook feed, they're trying to, based off your behavior, decide where you fall in politics and then feed you information that light that flame.
All right.
And then when you talk to a person like me who has a different set of news that is brainwashed me to realize this is truth, that when you come to me, you go, how does Jay not know this? And I go, how does Nick not know this?
Right.
We don't want to talk because we've already decided and think we know what the truth is. And then the third person has something completely different, and the fourth and fifth, and it goes on and on.
And we're being fucking jammed with this stuff.
Different. And we talked about a little bit, we live in these different universes, these different planets.
Dude, and it's real, man. Like, this is like you said, and this is why I started watching the documentary, because I read a little bit about it, and it's like former employees, right, who were up in the higher echelons of the companies and left and have since talked bad about it. And it's like, yeah, these are the guys I want to hear from, right?
Yeah.
Like, somebody's making a documentary, that's what I want to see,
Yeah.
And so that kind of got me into it. But dude, exactly that. Coincidentally, just today I listened to a podcast called Disinformation. And it was basically about the Russian hack and how they did that, and how Facebook and Twitter and all these companies are not regulated. And why are these billion-dollar companies not regulated? That's weird, huh?
What do you mean as regulated?
Well, they're just like, they don't have a set of rules. And they even, I don't know if you remember, they brought Zuckerberg into like this
a bunch of people.
Yeah, right. And like all the people that were on the council were like fucking 50 plus years old. Like, they don't know shit about tech.
They were almost like 70 something,
right.
Like old, and probably higher than that. And therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem is that, and that's why Biden's running for president and not Gabbard or Andrew Yang or any of these great candidates. They got some old fuck that could barely talk running because I don't know why, but that's the problem, because how connected is he? I mean, I don't think old people are worth this or anything. I think they have strong values and are underappreciated in our society. But what I believe is that you have to be connected, and even if it's a 40-year-old, God, that's like young in politics. And it's crazy, man. It's fucking nuts. And I think when they ask Zuckerberg, when you watch, I don't know if you watch any of the questioning, it's laughable.
Oh yeah.
The questions they ask, like, what's a tweet? Like, how do you tweet?
Yeah,
He's like, I'm not Twitter, you idiot. Like, he doesn't say that, but it's like,
what's data? Yeah. What is data? What does he mean by data?
Yeah.
Like, my God. And so that's what it was about too. Is like, it's easy. And just like you're saying, we are manipulated to a point where we don't even comprehend. And I think, it's good to take a step back and call it what you want, call it woke, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's good to step back and see this, right? And you see it, I see it, but some people don't see this and they get caught up in fucking, and I think that's where extremes come from, right?
Well, actually, yeah, exactly. But also people like me and you that are aware of it also get caught up in it. And that documentary was also, they were saying they were designing these things to get people addicted. And they were then going home and being addicted, even though they knew it and they still couldn't control it. They said it just was this drug, and it's a dopamine fix. And it really does produce dopamine, and
sure does.
It's fucking intense. And working in the tech environment in San Francisco for 6 years, 6+ years, 7, 8, more startup level, a lot of engineers. I've had a lot of conversations in different companies. The general rule is a lot of them don't have Facebooks. Fuck, they asked me, hey, can I use your Facebook? Because there's this meetup, but I need Facebook check. And I've had that asked me several times by smart ass engineers, which make me go, why do I have a feed? Oh shit. Right. These guys are smarter than me with this shit. And there is this kind of aura amongst most tech people that see Facebook as evil and see Mark Zuckerberg as evil. Right. And they always say, I've even heard an employer one time say, like, if you guys leave here, just don't go to Facebook. Do something better with your lives. Like really try to build something up. Okay. Not so obligated to do kind of weird shit with politics and really put their hand in. And the documentary goes into that, how they definitely did a test in like 2016, how to sway votes and shit, and then realized their equations worked. And so they.
Fuck yeah, they do, dude.
Also, fake news moves faster on social media 6 times faster than real news.
That's amazing.
6 times. They can't compete.
That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Dude, that podcast that I was talking about was talking about exactly that. Like, it's just way more prevalent because it's more exciting, right? It's crazy for those people that it's being fed to, like regurgitating it, sharing it, this and that. It's a fuck, dude. It's powerful shit. And you're right, Jay. And you know what, dude? I've thought about, and I've done it before, stop Facebook and this and that. But with the business to make money, it seems like you need it. That's the way to reach out to people. That's the way to get your marketing out. It's an interaction that, it's a hard situation, man. My older sister, she didn't have social media. She didn't even have a cell phone for a long time, And of course, I'm 20 years old, 25 years old. It's like, oh man, you're living in the, the prehistoric time. Like why don't you have a cell phone? We can never get a hold of you. We have to leave a message on your house phone, and now looking back, it's like, God damn, like, boy, was she on the right side of the road,
Yeah, and what's weird is I had a flip phone forever. I don't know if you were around or remember this, but I had a flip phone forever. Like people used to make fun of me over, and I didn't have a MySpace, and I finally got one, and just to get girls, because every time I talk to a girl, like, you know, my MySpace, I was like, fuck, I'm sick of seeing these people get laid, So I created MySpace, and did the HTML code and all that. But like, I was super anti that. I hated texting. I remember I was so anti-texting till society forces you. You want to go on a date, you better text, bitch. Yeah. You want to increase your odds of getting a mate. Better text. And I remember like, call me. Why are you texting? I still feel the same way. I love a phone call, but no one calls. I make calls.
You call me all the time.
I love calling, but and I probably annoy people. I was like, fuck, text me, bitch. But
I'm good with it.
But like, I love phone calls, and but you have to cater to society if you don't want to be left out. And as you get older, you give a less shit about society.
Right.
But I had my roommates, my first smartphone. I had the flip phone forever. I used to throw it like, can your iPhone do this, bitch?
Yeah, totally.
But I'd have like employers send me texts that my cell phone couldn't open, and it created financial problems for me. I said, fuck. And then I went to design school, and I was supposed to design shit on smartphones, but I had a flip phone. So I didn't know. Yeah. So my roommates broke down and surprised me on my birthday and bought me an iPhone 5, all chipped in, my 3 roommates.
Wow.
And that's how I got onto a smartphone. I was anti all that shit, but I'm going into a career that is that shit and working on projects where you design shit for a smartphone. Crazy, man. So I got sucked into it.
What a fine line.
And my brain changed. And I was like, yeah, this is how the world works now. And then recently I've been like, especially watching this documentary, like, no, that's bad.
Right.
That's kind of gross.
But you know what? Fuck, man. I hate to be down about it, but I always think about like the way the powers that be control things, right? Whatever it is, Superclass. Actually, I started reading Superclass too, about the 6,000 people that really control.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Well, had complications with the mail. I ended up fucking downloading Audible.
Oh, cool.
So I got a subscription to Audible,
Nice.
Which I've talked about getting. But anyways, what was I talking about, Jay?
I don't know, Nick. Social media.
Oh yeah. Well, shit, where did that go?
I like how you said yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember it was social media. But
weed, man.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. God damn it, you marijuana.
Well, anyways, yeah, just like this drug, it's crazy. It's
we're addicted to it.
I was talking about how it's evil, like how I was basically talking about how
yeah, that's right.
I hated it, and all of a sudden I got sucked in, and then became my career, and then became my life, and then I just took it as normal and good, and this is how the world works, and I realized it was evil. I don't know if that sparked a thought.
It did, but it went again.
Okay.
But dude, I mean, that's absolutely right, man. And I think it is a drug, and the regulation part of it, it's like acts of violence, right? So say there's a group that promotes an act of violence, something happens, someone dies. Should Facebook be responsible for that? And they were arguing that if they were responsible, they wouldn't let that happen again. Like, and so that's probably not, but that's the rationale. But there was a case where, and you probably know about this. You know your history way more than I do. But where was it at? I don't even know. But it was a place that didn't have internet, never had cell phones, never even had SIM cards. It just wasn't a thing. And then the government introduced it. They got a democracy, and they let everyone have cell phones and internet. And when everybody got cell phones, it automatically came with Facebook. And so Facebook, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was in the documentary.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Miramar, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it was Miramar. Yeah, right. And so then it became the truth, right? So whatever was on Facebook was the truth. And so it started.
So if you would go into like a cell phone store, these people to buy a smartphone, iPhone, whatever,
right,
or their version, I don't know what they had. But when you would get it, the guy that was setting up your account would create a Facebook account for you. And they do this for my dad too, so I know it happens in America. And password, they run you through the system. And then a lot of people in Miramar, the only thing they really knew how to do on their smartphone was open Facebook.
Right.
So that became where the government used it and certain parties used it to create social movements,
exactly, and division, and eventually civil unrest,
genocide, like mass murder. Right, Muslims had to leave. They had to leave the country. Yeah, tons of Muslims.
So there was one case where there was a video that came out, and it was like just blasting some party, and it was like completely false. And so I forgot, like a civil rights or activist group or something contacted Facebook and was like, "Hey, you got to do something about this because this is not true, and something's going to happen, like something bad's going to happen." So Facebook went and took it down and then de-escalated the whole situation. Like it just disappeared, right? And the guy was saying, like, why did I have to go to Facebook for that, right? Why did I have to go? Yeah, like they have moderators, like they pay people, and who knows how much that's regulated. And dude, I was actually reading also a different podcast I was listening to about moderators. Have you ever heard about their lives and what they go through?
Yeah, a lot of PTSD.
God, dude, yeah.
I see the sickest shit 8 hours a day.
Dude, I can't even imagine, bro. Like this is nasty, gruesome.
I do that shit to myself, so
woo!
I probably got a little PTSD. I know I have a fine line, like especially if it's like sexual. Like I don't want to see no fucking kid. One, I don't want that shit on my fucking computer.
Right.
I had a girlfriend one time. She was an au pair. She was from Panama
a
couple years ago in San Francisco. And she babysat these kids, right? Like au pair, that's what they do. They come from a different country. They live in the house usually, and they give them food and shit, and they take care of the kids. Why the parents get drunk and ignore them. San Francisco style, rich San Francisco style. But she would send me pictures of the kids in the bathtub, like naked. I'm like, yo,
what the hell?
And I know she's Brazilian, different culture, but I was like, yo, don't send that shit to me. Like instantly, like I delete off my fucking phone. I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm like, yo, I don't want that shit near me.
Fuck no.
And she's like, what do you mean? I go, first of all, do the parents know you're doing that? Sending it to some random guy? Right? Second of all, do you know about pedophilia? And she didn't. So I sat her down, made her watch some documentaries. But
nice.
I was like, and she was like, you're paranoid. I go, I have to be paranoid to save my ass. You're correct. You're correct. Yeah. I don't want to be around that shit. So
no, you don't, man.
That's where the line is. And there's a video going around of, I don't know if it's fake or not, but TikTok scene, you hear about it, but it's this video of these mass pedophile groups that apparently eat children or whatever. I don't know. It could be bullshit, but 2020, everything's possible.
Right.
So, but there's a video of a girl in a shower or something being murdered, or an audio clip of it. And I just was like, nah, I can't. I can't listen to that.
Imagine watching that, dude. Like that's your job is to watch that shit all day, every day, and fucking crazy, dude. You know, and it was funny. We'll bring some humor into this, but it was funny. They had a situation of breastfeeding, right? Because breastfeeding, like people are like, "Oh, you can't show your boob," and it's like, "Fuck this."
I never got into that. What's the whole thing like? Is it the right or left that doesn't want the boob? Probably the right doesn't want the boob shown.
No idea.
But they also are very about children. I don't know.
Well, yeah, right. That's the exposure, and
is it the left that's angry or the right thing?
I don't even know, to be honest.
I always wondered.
There's always like that argument, right? And so the Facebook created a page, and it just got into this crazy shit. Well, what is it? Like, can you show the nipple? Okay, so if the nipple's shown, then we're going to exit out. But if it's not shown, then it's okay. And then they get into
weird.
Different shit.
And why are guy nipples okay?
Right?
It's weird. Right?
It is weird. It's totally weird, man. And that, of course, that dates back to all kinds of different shit.
I got bigger tits than a lot of girls. Hey, go to my OnlyFans page. No,
go to episode number 21.
Drop $100. I'll show you my titties. Shit, I'll do it for $5.
Yeah, come on. Just shoot me some $5s. But you know what, dude? We what do we do, Jay? What I mean,
you know what, and that's the
$1 question.
Yeah, but I knew someone like, I don't give a fuck, but like I'm not, like, who decides? It's like, that's why I hate PC culture. Who decides what's wrong and right?
Right.
Everyone's so different, and it's like especially don't fucking touch comedy. Like I told you it's one thing I'll die for. fuck land. I'll die for fucking comedy. Like you don't fuck. That's the freest speech of all. But that's how you get the George Carlins. You got into him recently.
Right. That's
how you hear the real shit. But because they ain't scared, they don't give a fuck, and that's why those are the baddest outlaws out there, comedians. But it's like I don't give a fuck if someone breastfeeds. They got a baby, they got to feed it. Fuck, I don't give a shit. My kid sees us say that's a natural thing to do with the kid. You went through that, blah blah blah. But I have known someone who fucking put it out there on Facebook, obviously to show off her huge milk-filled titties, and it got creepy and weird.
Oh yeah, some do.
Weird. And it was like, she's obviously doing this for some type of self. Like maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but it's pretty obvious for a dude with half an intellect, Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always that. That's out there.
But it's weird. Like it is
weird.
So is that wrong?
Right, you almost feel bad for looking at it, right?
Yeah, I get, because at first I was like, if someone's like breastfeeding, cool, but like, why are you? Someone replied, "Oh, someone's arguing with me on YouTube." I'm gonna come get you, bitch. But it's actually had a great argument over SB 145 with a group of people
on YouTube.
Yeah, on a channel of a kid before our podcast we talked about it. I watched it, and this young like African American kid in fucking Georgia kills it. I like this kid.
Yeah, you were telling me about him.
And but it was early on, so a lot of stuff has come out after. So the whole, we talked about it in depth, the whole like vaginal, oral, whatever. But
yeah, right.
And this is what the argument was with this guy, like, hey, no, this is misinformation. You're spreading You shouldn't like this kid's video. I said, I appreciate your response, but like, this and this and this just seems fucking crazy to me. And he said, well, it's back to this and this and this. And the whole discrimination thing against gay people. And I said, like, yo, if someone commits a robbery or breaking and entering in a house and then commit a murder, and all you want to talk about is the breaking and entering, what's really going on, motherfucker? Right. And that's how politics work. That's how magicians work. Here's the hand, slide of a card here.
Oh yeah.
So here's the hand, slide of a card here, in case you can't see. But it's like, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, the real argument is the 10-year age difference before this anti-discriminatory bill. Was that in place before this? And I asked the guy, I asked YouTube, anyone let me know, because I really don't know. And I think that's where the argument could start. Because if it didn't exist before this, it's weird. If it existed before this, maybe it's just a stupid bill that's kind of making things even, but not making things right. But no one could answer it. So me and this guy actually had a really good conversation, and he eventually stopped replying.
Well, that's a W. But no, that's good. Those are good to have, man, is those conversations.
Well, yeah, because we want to grow.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And you know what the hard part, man?
You ashed on me again, bro.
I did. That was a blunt.
Oh my God!
Shit!
Oh, you ashed out? Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm fine. I just need a lighter.
But my bad, Jay.
I'm cool.
But you know what, man? It's there's so much misinformation out there, and I think I mentioned it before. Not the misinformation part, but the too much information in general. Like we're just bombarded with this shit. We're addicted to it. We literally are. And people that are smart and have powerful mechanisms to manipulate social media can fucking make us whoever they want to make us. They're molding us, man.
Well, yeah, and the documentary is a lot about that, you know, and we go out on the street and we yell, and we both believe our truth is right. And the answer is, it is to you.
Right.
Might not be factual, but it is both sides. And that's why you see these fucking crazy protests and these people being shot in the street and just the people arguing. And even me, I get wrapped up into it. I'm addicted to it too. And I think ending this podcast, I got a couple of side businesses. If you need a fucking massage gun, hit your boy up. But
they're quality.
About
I've seen it.
150 to 250 if you want one, hit me up. But you know, I buy them from China for cheap and I sell them to you for more money. Hey,
real talk.
Why not? But you know, it's so
that's how business works.
With the part of the juice cleanse, no tobacco, no alcohol, no weed for the last 10 days, and running every morning and flossing. I actually floss and also get my teeth wired. They're getting kind of gross, so I used to have the.
Who does that?
I just, you know, that's the thing. When I go, I start adding, you know how, like I said, I add like cigars and I add weed and I add food and I add, you know, I do that on the opposite side of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm two extremes that I start going, well, fuck, I should floss every day. That makes me feel good. Oh, you know what? I should fucking do push-ups every day. Add that to my run. Oh, I just tend to add things to that. That's just how I work. So I can do that evil or good. You know, both are fun, but only one's fun. The evil's fun. The good's more rewarding, but, it is like I stopped watching anything political here and there recently. The last couple of days I have, because I reached a 10 day mark. But man, I chilled the fuck out. And I started getting into a cool ass show on Amazon Prime that has 3 seasons. I watched 3 seasons in a week. Nice. It's fucking cool, Nick. It's called Yellowstone on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's like $20 a fucking season, but well worth it. But it's about a lead actor is Kevin Costner.
Okay. That's already good.
Already good. And he plays like he's the main guy, but he plays almost like an evil guy. And it's kind of dope because he's usually like the good guy. Right. And it's kind of dope because he kind of is a good guy, but he has this dark story, which he usually doesn't play. And so he's John Dutton, and he owns a ranch in Yellowstone, a huge ass fucking acreage ranch where he runs cattle. Okay. You know, anything about cowboys and cattle, it's a dying industry. They barely get by. They barely break even nowadays. Okay. You know, some are probably still killing it, but it's going to be gone. It's been that way for 10 plus years, 20 years.
Industrial complexes.
Yeah. It's sad because some people are cowboys for life, you know, it's just how they are. But then, so they own this ranch and he has some kids and they're fighting to keep the ranch, a 7-generation ranch. And then next to it, you have a tribe of Native Americans. This is all in Montana, Yellowstone, Montana. Okay. Kevin Costner is the dad with all these like grown kids. He's trying to he's getting ready for death and trying to head off to him. And then you have Native Americans involved, and there's some cool characters, and they want his land back because before him it was Native American land. Oh shit. Then you got people like Californians coming in trying to create ski resorts and fucking make money, or New York or whatever, these business suit and tie guys. Then you got politics in charge. So you get all these different dynamics. And then even the kids are fighting. Fucking dope show, bro. And it's got so many dynamics to it. Parts are a little that's a little unbelievable, but I think they're trying to make it like an old cowboy film where the big punches and, you know, wranging the guy from the train, you know, these like crazy stunts, and it's pretty fucking dope, Nick. I recommend it. I'm gonna have to check it out. Damn. Okay. It makes you want to drink Coors Light and watch it. And it's nice. But it's yeah, just all kinds of Yellowstone and John Dunn, Kevin Costner, the dark part of him, his ranchers, he hires these like ex-prisoners and like guys like that. And then if they're down, because he gives them a job, he gives them a second chance at life, and he moves them in to work the ranch. And he, basically they're hardcore motherfuckers, and if you fuck with the land or you fuck with their cattle or you fuck with them in a bar or whatever, they come get you like a gang. They're like live or die type cowboys.
Shit. And they bond together. They're all together.
They're together, but they also have the rifts in between them.
Okay.
They get brand, like they brand the fucking
shit.
ranch on them that they brand the cow with. If they're really like, and that means they can't ever leave the ranch. And they get drifters, prisoners. So they get these crazy characters. They also get rodeo people. Okay. And they got the Native Americans that they got their own crazy motherfuckers going on in the tribe. And they got the suits and ties and their shit too. It's fucking dope. Man. Sorry, I went on a huge Yellowstone.
No, dude, but that sounds like what happens, right? That this is what happens. Fucking so many different parties come in and try to regulate one thing, and it's like, who's right? Maybe none of them.
Yeah, and even with the Native American thing, it's like I thought this for a while now. Probably Joe Rogan sparked it, but it was like Native Americans like, hey, we're or like Mexicans were like, we're here first in this part of California. Like, cool, who's there before you? Right. Well, like this Native American tribe. Cool. What was before that Native American tribe? A different warring Native American tribe. Then what was before that? A different. Right. And then a caveman. And then so it seems like we all draw our own lines in history.
Oh, yeah.
And it does get weird. Like it's like the Palestine-Israel conflict is just that.
And it's power structures. Yeah. I mean, there's been times where different people have been in power, I mean, things change, man, unfortunately. But I get that argument, it's something that we don't have control over, really.
And the biggest the real rule is who's the dirtiest dog gets the land. War gets you land, not peace.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Fuck. So if you want to go for that land, go for it. But goddamn, that's a life.
You know what? I was watching that social media, the social dilemma. Well, actually, the reason why I stopped watching it was because Rosie didn't want to watch it, so we watched this other one. Yep. She took me away from it. But we started watching this other one about empires. Maybe you've seen it. It talks about they talk about 5 different empires. And the first one is the Romans, and then they talk about the Greeks. And it's just about how they came into power.
Greeks are probably before the Romans, right?
Was it? I don't know.
I think Romans stole a lot from Greece.
Did they? Okay. Well, it just talks about their empire and all about it, right? Who was the leading and what happened and this kind of thing and this kind of thing. And that was exactly it, dude. It was always fucking send the soldiers in, take over land, take over take these people, and then now they're your people. And it's like, it's always been the case, man.
It's always been the case. Slavery's existed before our known history, actually. Some of the earliest texts talk about slaves, and we know it exists before that, and it still exists today in a lot of parts of the world.
Oh, yeah.
And
fuck yeah.
It's crazy, and it just is what it is, I guess, and the thing about Roman history, if you want to like this Donald Trump thing, the BLM thing, look into look up the fall of Rome. So Rome lasted like 1,000 years or something. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to preach history without being that good at it. But there was this last emperor, I guess. I don't know. But he was this like crazy guy. He wore like a lion's fucking coat, and he just was a little crazy and a little barbaric. And
probably the one I fucking read about. Did he have like marriages with his sisters?
I think they all did, so I don't know. But they're all fucking their moms and shit. But
oh yeah, I think this guy did.
Older dudes were taking young children, having sex with them, and then teaching them about life. It was that's where a lot of pedophilia argue,
That's nuts.
It's but this one guy, he's pretty much to blame for the fall. It's already going out anyways, but it's history repeats itself, and if you look at what's going on in America, it gets you a little like worried,
Yeah, hey, I get what you're saying, and it is a little interesting to compare that. I've actually heard that before recently, that comparison. But it is interesting, man, and I feel like the United States is so young. Like, it's interesting how we fit in the world. I think about that a lot. Like, how do we fit in the rest of the world? Right? England's been around forever, and this country that we live in is young. It's like we're still trying to figure shit out, and but we're powerful, right? And
yeah, we're in like our adolescence,
But at the same time, then you throw in the whole social media and the manipulation of even media, mainstream media, and it's like, where are we going? Where are we gonna be? It's interesting to fucking think about that shit, man.
Yeah, I want to take I think since we're stopping this podcast, I might take a little I might delete my social media. I have a couple accounts connected for financial reasons.
Right.
I get paid for to run. So it's
what's with that?
Yeah. So it's kind of hard. But fuck it.
I would encourage you to do so, Jay. And and anyone out there, man. I mean, this is real, man. This is a real thing. Studies have been done over the years, and now documentaries are coming out. And I mean, many people kind of had a feeling that this is the case. Especially shit, we just talked about, how they, the facial recognition, and we're giving up our thumbprint and fucking all this shit. As conspiracy as that sounds, it's real, man. They're collecting all this fucking data.
We're doing it for free.
We're
a product, and we don't realize it. Andrew Yang had a thing for that. He's going to get us paid for our data. But no, we don't want him. We want this old fuck. But right. Did you hear where he said a black guy invented the light bulb?
No, who said that?
Biden.
Biden did?
He was at like a black church or something.
Okay.
That was where that girl came out and said, they gave me something to read, but I don't feel right reading it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some black, I don't know. But anyways, he was up there.
You got the light?
Lighter. No, I don't.
Oh, shit, right here.
Hey. But he was in this black church, so he's like, oh, thank you, sir. Mm-hmm. He's like, we need to change history, which, yeah, sure. What we teach in schools. I was like, yeah, I'm on board with you, Biden.
Right.
Oh, Joe. And I got that. Yeah. And then he's like, yeah. And then he goes like someone in a pew, like some black person. He gets down and he like bends down and he goes, a black man or a black person invented the light bulb or something like that. And even CNN came out with, well, no, actually, no, a black man did not invent the light bulb, but he made it. He definitely helped produce it and make it, or he had some
what the hell?
But like it was
They're
like
trying to run
Edison
with it
or something. But it's like dude,
into a positive.
You're just saying shit to get vote. I get it. I get what you're doing. And that's cool. Like you want to like black people have invented cool shit. Like if you look at time, like even Jack Daniels has like a black history. It's kind of cool. And they got a new product out. I don't know if you know a new whiskey. That's kind of, I don't know the name off the top of my head, but yeah, some black guy like went in partnership with Jack and they fucking produce this and they have a special version for him now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's like a big, like, hey, buy our shit ploy, but Union Jack or something like that. But that's cool. But like the way he's doing it's more pandering and it's a little.
Well, it's got to be facts too. I mean,
if you're gonna say shit.
Yeah, if you're gonna say something, make sure it's fucking real.
He's saying we need to change history because obviously history is been changed and that's what we learn.
Right.
But then he's also talking about changing it again. So it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Damn, dude. I would have loved to see Andrew Yang there, man.
Yeah, me and my neighbor had this conversation and he's reading the book. I give him the book. And
okay.
If you want to borrow it, I haven't read it. I've read a few chapters.
Yeah.
But when he fell, I lost my ambition to read it. And I also think maybe he's smarter than me and he's like he knows how to play the game because now he's getting paid by CNN. He hasn't been on the shit. But like, I'm like, where's your spine, bro? Like that was what you ran on. Like you're fucking saying it like it is.
Well, he's a politician, man. I mean, let's face it. Yeah. Right. But speaking of reading books, I just started getting into the Nelson Mandela book you gave me.
Nelson Mandela, Long Road to Freedom, and a lot of long read to finish the book.
It is fucking that thick.
It's a huge book.
I'm barely in the first chapter, but it's
skip the middle.
Yeah.
When it gets into no, you should read it because just like for knowledge, it's good. The court case and the history, like the middle is all about him being tried.
Okay,
it's just that's the hardest part, driest part. But anyways,
well, what I've noticed so far is it's an easy read. Like the way he writes it and the way it's scripted and it's just easy to follow. It's fun and it's exciting. Interesting, man. Living in the bush and then going to fucking a palace, basically. Interesting stuff, man. So that I'm barely in it. I'm barely in the first chapter. So
now I haven't read it since 2010. Or maybe in 2011, I think was the last time I read it. So how did he go to the palace? So
his dad had a prominent position. Okay. And I forget what it was, but when it was the British, right, that came in and started ruling. Well, they wanted to teach a certain way customs, and the dad was like, "Fuck that, I'm not going to do that." And he called him out, and of course they got rid of him, banned him, and so he lost his position. But before he lost his position, he appointed some young guy that everybody told him that they didn't want this guy to do it, but he saw something in this kid. And so he appointed him to a high position. And then sometime later, that happened to his dad. So anyway, so then the dad got banned. So they had to move into the mother's land. And it was basically huts, like clay huts, type of thing. And that's where he grew up I think from like 3 to 9 years old.
What was the tribe? I forget.
Mochi, something like that.
Did you talk about the circumcisions?
No, not yet.
Like, I don't know if it's in that book, but yeah, the second
Okay.
message is like literally, yeah. In
Yeesh,
case you read
yikes,
it.
I haven't got there. But
Okay.
so anyway, so yeah, he moves to this place, and the dad is there too, but the dads basically leave for 6 months out of the year to go work, and then they come back and then they basically man the crops or whatever. But so his dad died, but his the guy that he promoted reached out to the mother. This is years later, of course, and said, because your late husband put me in this role, and now I'm wealthy and I have a palace and I have all this stuff, I will take your son in as my own and treat him as my own, because I know that, you can't fare for him. Now his dad's gone and now he doesn't have it. So he took him in and raised him in this palace. And so then that's when
it's like some British dude, or
no, he's an African, South African dude, but he
worked for the government.
Okay. Yeah. So he worked for the British, and then of course he got all the wealth and all that shit. So that's where I'm at. But fuck, dude, already fucking interesting, man. It's like almost fake, right? But it's fucking real.
Yeah, and that happened while we're all bumping Tupac and Biggie.
Dude.
That's it's segregation in the 90s. And it was a good experience for a young man like me to go to South Africa. I went to his jail cell. You'll get there eventually when he's locked up. It's Robben Islands, and islands like Alcatraz, I guess.
Okay.
And I met a guy that was in there with him, and that's where the political game really started, and they were being spied on, by the Afrikaans, which are more now prominently Dutch. British Dutch, I guess. I don't know how it worked out, the Boers, but I when I visited there, I met a girl, and we ended up dating for a long time, and she was Dutch, and the Afrikaans and Netherlands, which is Dutch, is similar language.
Okay.
A little bit different, but obviously the Dutch went down there for slave trades and spice trades and whatever else. So,
okay, interesting.
But damn, I'm glad you're reading this book, because as far as history goes, it's a good thing to know. There's certain events, like I talked about the Roman decline. I think the Cambodia genocide. I think obviously World War II with the Jewish genocide, and Armenian genocide is a good one too. So negative, but South Africa and the rise of Nelson Mandela to end apartheid, which is segregation, is very interesting. And I think what's going on in South Africa, a lot of people need to start there, and then because it's now getting weird. And if you
currently,
there's weird things going on. Even when I was there in 2010, it was weird, but it's getting extreme now. And it's a lot of just like the decline of the Roman Empire and what's going on now in America. You look at South Africa. History is good to know because of these things. It's not saying it's going to go that way, but that's how stock works, right? You buy stock based off past analysis, and that's how social media works to control us, past analysis. But damn, if you, a lot of white farmers in the last 5 years have been just straight out murdered, rape, murdered, farms burnt, because there's a party in charge that's very black driven. I get it. There's a lot of damage there, just like America.
Right.
That's why it translates. And they're called Take the Land Back, and by any means necessary, basically. So it's getting weird. Yeah. And now you got Afrikaans, and there's some extreme Afrikaans, like alt-right. There's some motherfuckers that just have white Afrikaans are the white gay dudes, basically.
Okay.
That have lived there for generations too. Anyways, I'm glad to read this book. And then once you read that book, I'm going to send you a documentary. I think it's been taken down, but I might be able to find it. And then maybe. And then I think it was Farmland or something. And it's about the white genocide. So it's kind of in South Africa. So it's fucking interesting, dude. Yeah. It's fucking interesting.
Right. Hey, history is crazy, man. Yeah. And I was telling you, I was reading another book, and it was just, fuck, man, it's a hard read. It's an old college book that I had read in college, and I wanted to read it again because I know it was a good book, but fuck, it's a tough read. And so I'm like 3 chapters in, and it's like,
what is it?
It's called Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting.
What is that?
Yeah, it's about like just the different kinds of shit that different countries and people go through, and what they do about it. Like, how they rise up against stuff. Like,
what an interesting name.
Yeah, it is an interesting. It's like pink and orange. Pretty cool book. And the author, I forget who the author is, but a renowned author for writing about shit like that, anthropologist type book. But anyways, it's fuck, dude. It's you got to know your history. It mentions a lot of shit, and so I was like, I'm gonna put that down and open up this Nelson Mandela book. And so I started reading it, dude. I couldn't put it down.
Nelson Mandela is a fucking amazing dude, and I don't know if it touches on the book, but even Nelson Mandela and Fidel Castro had an interesting relationship. It's just a good thing for you to start on. Right. because it could lead you down a bunch of different rivers that are also very good to know. And yeah, I'm glad you're reading it, man, because it's a powerful book.
Yeah, yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big motherfucker.
That's
a big fucking book.
It's like 3 Bibles.
Shit's thick.
It's thick as fuck, but that's Nelson Mandela, brother.
You know what, Jay? Fuck, man, this is gonna be way off topic, but Antarctica is, I told you, way off topic.
That's fine.
Antarctica is fucking I didn't know this, dude, but there was a treaty in 1959, and I was actually on Twitter the other day. I'll tell you why I'm getting into this. I was on Twitter. I saw that NASA is hiring contractors, private companies, to go to the moon and extract minerals for study, so that way they can create civilizations up there. Which is interesting in itself, right? Because it's like there's a treaty. I forget what they call it. It's like an outer space treaty or something like that. Certain countries signed it.
Sounds like a music label contract.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it basically says that nobody can claim land on the moon or anywhere in outer space. And so like there's a workaround, and then there's like certain zones and stuff. It's fucking weird. So now they're letting companies go out there and mine it. Just like right. It's fucking crazy. So anyway, so I was like, well, shit, a treaty for space? That's interesting, And then I started thinking like, oh, Space Force. Like, oh, okay, now I know why we're gonna need those fuckers, And so anyway, so then I got into Antarctica, because it started saying that the space is like Antarctica. It's it's like a treaty, like a non-conquer treaty. Like you can't conquer Antarctica. Like that's nobody's land. And so I started thinking like, I've been hearing a lot about Antarctica hiding secrets. And, Hitler supposedly had a bunker there, and it's like, what the fuck is in Antarctica, dude? It had me thinking for like an hour the other night. Like, what the fuck is out there, man? Shit.
Well, in 2010, I went to 6 continents in 1 year, and there's a 7th. And in American terms, I talked to people from different countries. They have different continents, like they kind of change it up a bit. It might be 8, 9, 10, whatever. But in America, it's 7 continents in. So I went to 6, and I said, how cool would it be to go 7? So in December, I'm looking up flights to Antarctica. I'm just going to go some small town, look around. I don't know. But it's you have to go to the closest point to Antarctica is the tip of South America.
Yeah, right.
And it's like a private plane. It was too expensive for me, so I didn't do it. But flat earthers are a lot about Antarctica.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they believe that Antarctica is this huge cliff wall that circulates this flat land. It's a circle.
Like a donut, and that's the middle?
It's like the wall. It's the wall that like Trump's building. It's the wall around the world, basically.
Interesting.
And they don't want us to go past that because there's something past that, is what they're saying. But yeah, if you see these cliff walls, there is like you look up, it's like the biggest skyscraper ever, like fucking just ice wall.
In Antarctica?
Yeah, when you're on a boat and the boats go up, right. It's like crazy. And there's a couple labs out there, but there ain't a lot out there. But yeah, huge conspiracies because it's like unknown land, right?
Yeah, right. Well, and there's I think there's like 13 countries that have bases there.
Okay.
And
it's a lot.
It is a lot, yeah, but it's actually really big. It's fucking huge, And so everybody has their own territories, and
hard to live.
It's hard. Oh, yeah.
Hard to travel.
Well, mostly it's mostly scientific study.
Yeah.
But there are military bases there, and so the article I was reading, I don't know what fucking Forbes or Times or something, but it was saying that since COVID happened, all these countries had to pull their people out. Because it's like they can't operate, and so the only companies that stayed and are really fucking pumping it out, and they say are really gonna, like, they're gonna see there something's gonna happen with Antarctica, and it's Russia and China that are there right now, still fucking full force. And then I mean, from what the article says, like they're really just trying to push their weight and take over more territories, and then eventually.
Yeah.
And I think China's like fishing, right? Because they want the fishing rights there and this and that.
Yeah,
and I don't know what Russia's there for, but. I just started thinking like, that's interesting how like we could fight over the rest of the planet, but Antarctica, don't fuck with Antarctica, like leave that one off.
Yeah, it makes you question it, right?
Right, totally, dude.
Well, it's a hard place to create a civilization first.
Well, of course, right.
And it's hard to get to, hard to get food there, hard to, there's no fucking trees. You can't go fucking catch wild animals and eat them, so everything has to be shipped in. But and it's freezing us fucking to go 10 miles deep into it,
Oh, absolutely.
you might die.
Yeah, it's desolate for sure.
But some weird shit's going on, and because I love a good conspiracy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I think there's something going on over there. I don't know what. I know they do, they do a lot of drilling down and taking samples, and I don't know.
I want to know, Jay.
We won't know until we go with our own eyes.
I want to know,
and even then, we probably won't know. Like I always saw a bunch of frozen shit. This was a waste of $2,000, $3,000. Fuck. But
oh man,
this kind of I don't know why this brings me to just like thinking about how life can't really develop out there, and so it brings me to there's this white rapper, Tom or something like I'm Buzz, I'm forgetting his name, but he had like songs about white privilege, like it's anti-white, but he's got like long hair and tattoos on his face, and he's like Tom McDonald, I think. He's blown up, dude. Yeah, he came out with a song White Privilege, and I'm not gonna lie, I fucking loved it because it was talking about like constantly being judged for like this shit some slave owner did that he doesn't know, or like his family has he's broke and like living almost homeless, and he's got to hear about this shit every day. And that's what I experienced in San Francisco a lot. Like, fuck you guys. Like, I grew up in a Mexican town. You guys grew up in white suburbia, and you're judging me. This just seems fucked. And you got like a savings from your dad and like college paid for from your uncle. Like, what the like? It just seems like not fair. Like, poor white people are like, fuck you. But like, I get it too. But because I never felt like I was going to get shot by the cops when getting pulled over. But it felt like white privilege just seems like such a disrespect to poor white people that are, but I get it. I get it on both sides. But it's like he came out with this song recently called Fuck, Too Stupid or something. It's talking about like people just buying into the media and and just like fucking like they're being suckers played like fucking pawns in chess. Why haven't I
heard of this guy, Jay? Shit.
I don't know, man, but he's huge. But he probably because we have two different worlds in our computer newsfeed. But he had a line in a song where he's like he's obviously more right leaning, I would assume.
Okay.
But it's although he hasn't said that, but it's like what is it? What's the line? It's like there will be a water molecule on the moon, and that's considered life. And like NASA reports, like there are signs of life, but a heartbeat in a baby you can abort isn't life. Interesting. You fucking dummies. And that's like his whole thing. Like, you too stupid to fucking realize what's going on. And it's like they're saying this is life, but this isn't life on our planet. It's weird, right? And I never even thought about that. And there's this guy I watch that gives reviews. This fucking cool ass black dude, got a raspy voice. He fucking does a lot of country music now. I fucking love this dude. He does reviews, forget his name, but he watches this shit all the time, and he fucking's like, damn, I never even thought about that. And that's why I like these songs. So they make you go, I know I should hate this guy, but at the same time, he's got a point.
Oh, dude, right. That dude, Immortal Technique, he's another one of those.
I don't know much about him, but you talked about him. Like, you play some music for him, and he's on point with those conspiracies. Let me tell you, that guy knows his shit.
Well, dude, you hear that, and the same thing, right? It's like, yeah, hey, I can see that, right? That's interesting, man. And you know what? I always think, like, I hope they don't get killed. Like, because that's what happens.
Like the rapper,
like
suicided or something.
Yes, exactly, man. I heard this is major conspiracy. But I heard, and I haven't looked into it, but I heard that Nipsey Hussle was working on a documentary exposing something. I don't know what. Okay, so there's multiple Hollywood conspiracies going on. One Nipsey Hussle, that's the most recent. And the one right before that was the Anthony Bourdain, who I love, my favorite writer. Love Anthony.
My favorite personality. Anthony Bourdain. You think I love Joe Rogan? I always say my God is Joe Rogan split in half with Anthony Bourdain and then sprinkled with little David Cho. I don't know. Maybe a little Eddie Huang. Yeah, just some artist guys. Okay. But Anthony Bourdain, like, fuck, I love that dude. I don't get sad when celebrities die, but when he died suicide, he was on heroin. He was before he hit it big. He was like selling his albums for drug money, and then he was just working as a cook. And then
what did he know, Jay?
Well, if you look into it, before he committed suicide in France, I believe or somewhere over there, but he had this wife who was really good at jiu-jitsu, And Anthony Bourdain at older age started doing jujitsu, talking to Joe Rogan. He went on Joe Rogan a couple times. Joe Rogan said him and Action Bronson are two guys that like he can't compete with weed. Like they just smoke.
Oh, really?
Talking normal.
Oh, shit.
And so, yeah, Anthony Bourdain's a motherfucker. Don't fuck with that. That guy was doing heroin and shit back in the 70s in New York. You know, when you die in New York, get shot, you know, 70s of New York is insane. It's like San Francisco now. But he started dating. They divorced. He had a kid with this fucking jiu-jitsu girl from Italy, and they divorced. And he started dating this actress who had a connection to Weinstein, worked under her or something. She was a foreign actress, and during the Foreign Film Awards, I don't know if it was like Cannes or I don't know, but she went on stage and fucking called him out. So people sitting next to you right now in the audience are fucking predators and
Weinstein.
No, this chick that Anthony Bourdain was dating.
But she called who out?
People like Weinstein or people that know Weinstein or whatever. And so after that, now if you know anything about Anthony Bourdain, he's a known liberal, a known leftist. By today's terms, probably doesn't mean much, more moderate. But he was always like, but he didn't get scared to like go visit Ted Nugent. You know Ted Nugent, big rock star from the 70s. He's a hardcore right guy, guns, and him and he met with him on a show, No Reservations, and they like shot guns. And Anthony Bourdain's like kind of against that, but Anthony Bourdain is such an intelligent brain that he connected. Like these guys aren't the guys shooting people in the streets; they're out in the country shooing fucking beer cans.
Yeah, right.
And it was fun, and I get it, but he also argued it too. So I loved him. He tried to connect more than disassociate. But anyways, his girlfriend made that statement, and shortly after, there's a leftist guy who's like anti-right leaves some tweets about the Hillary, I believe might have been Hillary campaign about how they're covering up Weinstein's shit, and he's fed up, and it's obviously probably fueled by his girlfriend, I would assume. And then those 3 tweets, he's hanging in fucking France.
After that? Oh, wow.
He has a baby, you know, has a young kid. Just seems weird.
Oh, dude, totally
on
weird.
Heroin. And now, but they played it off that he was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. He on a show would get drunk as fuck, but never had beer in his home apparently, or alcohol in his home. Like, and he would talk about it openly. And I think there's something from a guy that's definitely dived into Anthony Bourdain without knowing him, like deep. I think there's something else going on, man. It just too many coincidences are something to think about.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, good for you for diving into it. Because I want to know, Jay, because I thought the same thing, man. Like, such a cool dude, you know. Actually, I remember watching this episode. I'll never forget this shit. It's fucking insane, man, how this even happens. But I was watching this episode. They were in Jamaica. And he was talking to some people about going to the beach. They were local. They had like a little food stand, and he was eating at their food stand. And they were like, well, you know, we don't have a beach to go to. Like the only ones that are open to the public are closed. And it's like, well, what do you mean? And it's like, well, yeah, all the beaches here are privatized. The resorts, like, people own them.
Yep.
And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, how can you be from a place like that's your country? You have generations there, generations. You can't even go to the beach.
So
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, obviously traveling, I've experienced it firsthand. That's why like traveling to countries without resorts is or to parts of countries without resorts is fucking awesome. Most backpackers are broke go there because the resorts don't drive up the prices. But for example, Anthony Bourdain, he went to Cuba on one of his No Reservation shows, and he got taken on this tour, and they went to the old Spanish downtown that they rebuilt, and they're making it nice and touristy now. And he got a nice shave and he ate food. But Anthony Bourdain's a real motherfucker. Like he would get angry if they did that shit. Like he would talk about it. He would get drunk and get pissed and talk about it on the show.
Okay.
And he said, like, it's interesting. They show me something that 80% of the country can't afford to do. I'm eating at restaurants that most Cubans can't go to.
Oh, wow.
So imagine that. Imagine being in America. Well, we're going to see it probably in the next 50 years, but going to America and you see a Chinese store. This is when China takes over. Inevitable. But you can't afford to eat at the restaurants, but people from China are flying there and eating.
That's crazy, huh?
That's how it goes.
That's nuts.
I had a girlfriend from Mexico. She was from Cuernavaca, which is outside of Mexico City. She was a rich girl, and they had to move when the cartels moved in because they were taking people for ransom. And they moved to Monterrey, which is safer. And yeah, she said a lot of similar things. You know,
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, she said like What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, the weed hit.
Well, you know what? You were talking about how a country can go in there, and the country that's the people that are native there are now the workers and basically servants.
They can't afford to eat.
They can't even afford to eat at the restaurants that these people are coming in to eat at.
Yeah.
It reminds me of last time I went to Puerto Vallarta.
Can you say that one more time?
Puerto Vallarta.
I think you're pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah,
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Carne asada.
Puerto Vallarta.
Sorry.
It definitely seemed that way. You know, we were definitely in the city, but it's like, I don't know, like it's. Yeah, I think. Well, I guess I wasn't in the resort, so it's kind of different, but it's still like these people are coming in from America. You know, obviously with the privilege, you know, and like everything's cheap for us, right? We go in there, we buy fucking $3 beers, and that's cheap.
Yeah.
You know? But for them, it's like, damn, I can't even afford that.
And they know it too. That's what's interesting. Oh yeah, I've called them much attitude, and you gotta, you know, we're Lucky Sperm Bank. You know, and a guy from I don't know, from fucking Congo or Cameroon or whatever. You know, he can't fucking just, you know, fly to a poor country and have a nice vacation because he's stressed.
Right.
You know, that's not a possibility. In fact, his goal is probably to get to America to start from zero to make that happen.
Right.
And actually, there's some really interesting studies that I've been kind of diving into. We talked about it. And this is why I'm so sad this podcast is ending. Once I have no exit, like I have no ventilation. Damn, I'm getting there. I have no ventilation system for spewing this interesting information. I love talking about Nelson Mandela. I love talking about all the subjects we always talk about, even debating and disagreeing. I fucking love it, Nick. Mm-hmm. And now I have no exit for that, except maybe a Facebook post that's obviously not going to work. So, like, how do we not buy black and whites? We're crazy. But it's
I know. Fuck. What the fuck are we thinking?
But it's like, well, you want to roll another one?
Yeah. Or you want to smoke that? Smoke that.
You want to roll one?
I'm pretty fucking high still.
This is the last episode. We got to go deep.
Dude, we do.
We have to go deep. But, you know, it's what the fuck I was talking about? We were too deep already. Why'd I go on a juice cleanse for our last episode?
Man, dude, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, Jay.
Sure?
Oh, dude, yeah, light that shit up.
Yeah. I never actually smoked a Swisher Sweet.
Drunken Nights. Oh, man. Plenty. Dude, there used to be a fucking cigar called, and actually, Biggie Smalls rapped about it, and I think that's after I started fucking getting them. They were Peach Optimos. You ever hear those? I
feel like I've had one. Like, I definitely smoked something peach.
It was probably a Peach Optimo. Dude, they were huge. We used to love them. Dude, me and Arthur used to buy them all the fucking time. And then we would always buy, I think it was a 2-pack or 3-pack, and we'd always roll one and then leave one because they were fucking nice to smoke when you have a good little buzz going.
By the way, Arthur never came on the show.
Yeah.
And he's talking about coming up. I say we do the show like for special occasions.
Yeah, I like that.
Just for an excuse. Because I don't know why, but recording it adds something.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a stamp in time. It's like a photograph.
Oh, it is.
It's cool.
It's exactly what it is.
It might punish us in the future, but I don't know. It might bless us in the future.
You think? Well, you know what? It's funny that you say that, Jay, because I actually, you know, I want to get into videography. I told you about this, you know, like I want to get more into like content creation, videography type stuff, you know? And I've been thinking like, shit, if I apply for a job, I think I'll look at the podcast, you know?
It's a resource.
It's a resource, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really want a real job like that. Like, and I think most videographers, photographers, cinematographers, they're all contracted out, you know?
A lot is like, there's a lot of like studios or agencies.
Right.
And they get hired on by like a movie film or whatever, or production company, or like a music agency or something.
Right.
I've applied a couple in LA, never got the job. I applied when I was like, didn't know shit. I fucking swung for the fences. Actually, never mind. I shouldn't say this story.
But you know what, dude? You're dude, graphic design and animation, that's fucking huge, man. That's good knowledge. I wish I had that, Jay.
It's also fun. You just got to get a powerful computer, and that shit costs money.
This is true.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There's like this Maxim 3D. I took one class on it, and it's just like designing 3D elements. Like you like, I could try to make Nick's face. I'll probably suck at it, but like it gets back into drawing. Like, how do you draw a face? But anyways, like it's so fun, but the computer's so slow it doesn't become fun anymore because you're just rendering, watching a bar, and it's like. But if you have a powerful computer, you're just bam, 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 and that's like my dream for the last like 5 years is get a computer that good, but it's going to cost a lot of money. But damn, to me, that just seems like I'd rather do that than play basketball. And I like playing basketball.
Right.
Like I would much rather do, like, it's just something different. It's fun. It's creative. It's, I don't know.
No, oh, dude, I feel you, man. You know, that's how I feel. Like, you've seen the recent videos I posted on my business page, my Detailing Pros business page.
Looking good. But like, that one had horrible music, bro.
Which one?
I was gonna send you a message, but like, don't be too critical, because like I grew up in like in the corporation area, it's very critical, but you take it as like positive feedback.
Oh, of course.
But it's also hurts. It hurts the gut, hurts the heart. But like you get numb to it, and it becomes normal, and then you start doing it to normal people. And like, whoa, bitch, this guy's just making a Facebook post. Like, shut the fuck out. Yeah, no, it wasn't the one today.
I'll take it, Jay.
It was one a couple of days ago. There was like some crazy like trap music or like computerized music.
Oh yeah, like a video game.
And I was like, I should message him like, hey, change that music out, because your clips were fucking awesome. Your video was awesome, but I was like, the music's like annoying and it makes me want to click off.
Okay.
Now I was gonna send to you for like, hey, maybe this will like help out the video or something. Right. But at the same time, I was like, bitch, this ain't my shit. Like, why am I trying to criticize someone else's art?
Hey, I love that though, dude, because well, see, that's what I'm doing, man. And that's what I found doing this whole process and running this podcast. That's why I did it. This fucking has been an amazing experience, you know, for me. And
let's talk about it.
Well, and you know what? I learned so much that it's like I found what I love, right? And I know I liked it. You know, actually, before we talked about it, before you came into Sacramento, I was thinking, you know, I want to get back into this, and I even tried to apply for a Sacramento Republic, which is the soccer team that had an opening for like a videographer, content creation type person. And then, you know, and then you showed up. And I'm like, fuck, I had this idea. I was like, well, shit, that's exactly, you know, where I wanted to go. And
it all was at that Bar West.
It was all at Bar West. Yeah,
I remember. Sure. I remember, like, this guy like proposing a business to me.
And you know what? So it's like, you know, I start to realize, like, and dude, I mean, we bought all this equipment, right? We spent all this money, and this is thousands of dollars, you know. And fuck, dude, it's like I don't even know how to work that camera. Like I spent, you know, $2,000 on it, and I don't even know how to work it. So it's like,
to be honest, you should know how to work it.
Well, I know how to work it, but I don't know like the intricacies of frames, and I know how to, you know, use it. You know,
you should spend 1 week though. Like I really think you should like be a badass at that.
Well, that's you
have talent. Like you have seen your photography with Cooper through the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's probably inspired a little bit by Rick Nunez and his.
Dude, he's doing great. Yeah,
he's doing great. So fuck, and he started years ago, and his shit's like better than it's ever been. It's like almost professional level. Like, oh damn, I can see that in a magazine.
Oh, dude, his shit is legit.
But before you see the improvement.
Oh, exactly.
And so like I feel like you need to know the camera because you have that like desire.
Right.
So like, fuck, why not? Why not know that shit in and out?
Well, see, and that's what I'm getting at is like over this process, like that's what I realized, right? Like I you know, and of course I know that, right? You're not going to be a professional overnight, but it's like you realize, okay, well, I got to start taking it out and shooting with it and messing with it and shooting video and even my drone, you know, I have it sitting there, I take it out. And so I shot video at my van and, you know, just taking it out to work and setting up the GoPro. And like, it's a process, but it's like, why am I not doing that on a daily basis? If that's where I want to be, if that's what I aspire to be, then I need to be doing that every single day to learn the program, to learn the camera, to learn, you know. And so that's what I realized throughout this process is like, yeah, I see, because of course that's what social media, that's the problem with social media too. You see all this shit and videographers that I follow and photographers.
So easy.
It's so easy, right? I can be that. Yeah, I want to be that guy. I'll buy that camera. Yeah, fuck it, I can do that. But you have to put in the work, man. And that's what I feel like I need to get in. That's why I started posting on social media and taking the camera out to work and doing shit like that. Is like, because that's what I need to focus my attention on.
It's looking good.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, man. It's
you know, introductory shit, man. And
invest if you get you know the greatest advice. It's like you can invest. Actually, Brendan Schraub, who I'm a give or take kind of guy on this guy, but UFC fighter turned in podcaster, turned to comedian, turned into, you know, Joe Rogan kind of destroyed his UFC career on air.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was a friend of Joe Rogan's, moved to LA, he's from Colorado, was a UFC heavyweight, and Joe Rogan called him out after a knockout loss, like, hey, you're my friend, I don't think you have what it takes to fucking win the champion. I don't think he got hardcore.
Oh
Where
shit.
he got teary-eyed, like this is his dream. And he also played for the NFL for a while. But anyways,
wow, that's fucking did it all.
now he's the fighter and the kid guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so the kid's obviously gone and got some sexual allegations. But
Oh damn, is that what happened?
yeah.
Oh shit.
Some girl came out. Remember Chris D'Elia?
Yeah,
Brian
right.
Callen came out, also known as a prowler a bit. He was a older guy who stayed in shape and loved the ladies who, you know what? That ain't a crime.
No, hell no, it's not.
Like ladies that love guys, that also isn't a crime. Like you call them a slut hoe.
That's our nature.
It's like you do what you want. Like, and people might not want to marry you or might not want to date you, but like everyone has their preference and you can't judge. But he disappeared from the show. And the reason I lost faith in the show is because they didn't address it. It just, hey, this is a new guy. We got a new guy in here.
Oh, they have a new guy.
I guess.
Oh shit.
He was a previous guest that now is on every week. And it's just like, you're not going to address this shit. And
Right?
but Brian Callen addressed it like publicly. He said,
Okay.
and from like smaller comedians that I follow on YouTube, like Dave Lucas and these guys from Kill Tony that work the door at the Comedy Store, like, oh yeah, we know this bitch. Like she's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
he's
wow.
even like, dude, I dated her like 10 plus years ago. And we've worked on movies where we had to read scripts together and we would talk and have a good time and nothing happened. Like we didn't party or anything. We
Right.
just have nice conversations. And all of a sudden this comes out because like, I don't know if it's because she's like
Interesting.
got paid off or couldn't get a role or I don't know. But
hey, you never know, man.
he did the right thing. He came out in public and said, I'm finding this is bullshit because Chris D'Elia ran and hide.
Oh, is that right?
And when you run and hide, you're guilty, I think.
Of course. You got to call that shit out, man. Where the fuck? Why did we get there, Jay? What was? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, Brandon Shaw. What? I don't know, man. I'm buzzed as fuck, but it feels good, dude. I'm so sad. Hey, we got one guy. Hey, wait
a minute. What do we got?
It looks like Alberto Menchaca.
What is he saying? What is he saying? Albert.
Oh, CTE head swab. CTE is what you get from UFC fighting.
And football.
Yeah, football, a lot of head trauma. But Alberto Menchaca, you know, last time, hey, Alberto, I'm going to talk about it. Last time, Alberto and me used to be pretty close. I liked Alberto. Me, Alberto, and Sal. And then Sal turned Mormon, ditched us. And then, but I always liked Big Al. Big Al was just real and funny and like didn't play the like trendy bullshit. That's why I liked him. I like, and
Big Al's real. So, dude, I remember fucking, I used to bring and he used to bring wrestling guys. You remember when those were a thing? Like you had the little
action figures.
Yeah, action figures in the plastic ring and all that stuff. We used to bring it to school and fuck around. I remember those days.
But yeah, I fucking I love Big Al, but it's been years since I've hung out with him. So I went down to Lindsay, or maybe I was living there in Visalia at the time, like a year ago or something. And then I went down and I picked up Ben Picasso because we're gonna roll to Kobe's house and have drinks, which Kobe hasn't seen Ben in a while, but I kept in touch with Ben in the prison. And then I pick up Ben and then we're rolling and we see Big Al walking.
Oh shit!
Always walking. So so we roll up and Ben's like, "Hey, motherfucker!" And he's looking like, "Ah!" He looks a little. I don't know, Alberto. You looked a little shook. But then we took him to Kobe's house, and Alberto's always like funny. And I used to bring Alberto to parties in Visalia, and he was just a cool guy to hang out with. I really enjoyed hanging out with Big Al because I wasn't getting any poppy, trendy bullshit, you know.
Right.
And but he didn't say one word at Kobe's house. He said he got too high or something. I don't know, but I was like, this guy ain't saying shit. This guy, and we'd ask him like, why are you so quiet? It was like me, Ben, him, and Kobe.
That's so funny. But you know what, dude? I know countless people that's what happens. They smoke weed or they get high or something.
It's too much.
Fucking quiet.
Anthony Moreno went to a party at our house in San Francisco, and Craig gave him an edible, and he's stuck on the couch the whole party. Like, was he okay? I'm good. He just stayed on the couch for like 5 hours.
Especially with edibles. I never had that experience, but I've heard that there's been some pretty bad ones. What are they talking about? What is Alberto talking about over there?
Alberto said that time I picked him up, he was having a night stroll. It was prison talk. Oh, because Ben was opening up about prison.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, which is his story. I won't tell his story, but yeah, anyways. But,
well, dude, CTE, that's real shit.
Business. Well, Big Al actually recently, our intro song, he found it on like some old like wrestling show or something because it's obviously like royal free music, so anyone can use it. And I was like, God damn it! But at the same time, I'm like, who gives a fuck? That's royal free, baby.
Yeah, right. Somebody stole it just like we got it from that guy. Toe Jam is his name. I'm good.
Toe Jam is the name of the song. It's like something Ortiz.
Alberto,
I should know this.
Alberto, you know what? Thank you for fucking following and for watching all this fucking time. Episode number 23.
Last
Fuck, man.
episode,
Last
only
episode.
Alberto's watching.
Yeah. Good.
Even Kobe's not on.
Yeah,
God
right.
damn it, Kobe.
And this, this was unexpected. And, we, again, who knows where our path's going to take us, Jay?
Well, and also, I would love Alberto. I'm high. Well, good. So am I.
Me too.
There's three of us in this boat. But I want to know, Alberto, like, what's the shitty, like, and be fucking real. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a fucking bitch. Like, what is the good part and the bad part about this podcast? We need some honest feedback. Like, honestly, if you're like, I'm sick of these guys talking about negative politics, or these guys are saying shit that doesn't make sense, fucking tell me, like,
or these guys need to get more.
Jesus, Jay. Yeah, bitch. I got whiskey in my system. You high. I'm high and drunk.
This bottle's gone.
It's gone.
And look at my cup.
I know. I was going to ask you if you wanted the last bit, and I said, I'll take it. I'm probably going to finish your cup. But,
dude, fucking Alberto, man. Thank you for being on. And it's, man, what a fucking fun ride, Jay. It's, you know what? And I do got to give a shout out to Gabriel Preto for donating the GoPro.
yeah, it came through.
Came through with that, and we actually used it.
Oh yeah, last episode.
And so thank you, G, for doing that. And bittersweet, Jay. It's bittersweet, man.
Man, it's been a blast. And even right now, I'm like, oh, why are we ending this? Like, I just want to like smoke weed, sip a beer, and talk about real shit. Because let's be honest,
Talk shit.
the chicks, they like to talk about the weather or the
Whatever.
I don't even know.
No,
A lot of it. I don't know. Not that there aren't interesting chicks, but I'm just saying, like, man, when we end this podcast, I no longer have an outlet. And the best part of this podcast for me is to say what I feel. And it's so like, it's very therapeutic. It's very like fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree. And you know what, man, to be honest, this is, I'm thinking I have to, here we go, Jay. This is totally against what we were talking about earlier with social media, but like I was thinking, like, if I want, because eventually I want to make documentaries. I think that's my ultimate goal, right? Is to create documentaries and low budget films, and then maybe even get into production. I mean, who knows where that could lead me? But I like that. I like doing that, and so I'm thinking, obviously, I have to do that in order to get good at it. And I lost my train of thought. Fuck, that was gonna be good, Jay. Fuck.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. God damn it.
Alberto enjoys a good shit talking and bashing people. Well, Alberto, because that's your sad soul. Alberto, I got to talk to them. I'm buzzed, so I'm going to bring it out. So
This is live.
I sometimes miss Lindsay because, to be honest, since I've left Lindsay, it's been to make money and to learn and learn and try to expand my brain. And it's been a rough go. But I love it. I wouldn't
because life, baby.
But there was years ago, Alberto, I want to know if you remember that it was Alberto. I hit up random people to go to a bar in Lindsay. And I planned it like a few weeks in advance.
Let me guess, the Orange?
The Orange, and we ended up at the other place, Rookies or whatever. Okay. Not Rookies.
No, what was it called?
Visalia. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I forgot what it was
the
called.
Second Orange. I don't know, but I hit up Isaac Rodriguez, David Haas, I think Colby, and then Alberto. And I probably hit up like 5 other people that didn't show up. And Alberto walked in and just went hard on like all these motherfuckers I was with. And that's why I like him. Like Alberto's like a secret Joey Diaz, and he's just I remember years ago approaching Alberto about like a podcast. Like, hey, you need to like speak your mind, because Alberto's funny as fuck. But I'm gonna say I think you're a little shy, but he if you read his Facebook posts are funny.
Oh, dude, I follow his Instagram. Yeah, it's a humor.
But he's walking like, these pussies, I'm surprised their like wives let him out, or I don't know what he said, but I was like, yikes, because there was some depression going on. Like, you hang out with little friends and the sad stories come out. You're like, oh, I thought it was gonna be fun, but apparently we're having a therapy session. Fuck. But it was I think with the Chinas, the Orange, and this other bar, whatever it's called. But
what is he saying over there? Fuck, I need glasses.
It was Fat Boys.
Oh, Fat Boys. Yeah, that's what it was called.
I thought it was called all of us fat. Yeah, it was Fat Boys.
Dude, you want to know a crazy story, Jay? Did you ever go to Rogelio's barbershop?
Yeah, I did, and I got sick of waiting in line.
Oh, dude, ridiculous lines. Well, anyways, young entrepreneur that I was living in Lindsay at the time, I wanted to open a bar. I knew Lindsay needed a bar, not like a hole in the wall type Cheers, but something because McDermott was just happening. I saw the potential, right, of all these people coming to McDermott, not wanting to go into a hole in the wall, but going to this fucking badass, fucking modern. You know what I mean? Yeah, right.
As you walk in the Orange, you might get weird vibes.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I've been in the Orange so many times where McDermott people walk in, open the door, and walk right out.
Yep.
Many times because I was, at the Orange all the fucking time when I worked.
Because you're yelling at them when they came in?
Yeah.
Get out of here. We'll kill Whitey.
I don't know your name. Well, dude, we worked at McDermott, so every day after work, we went to the Orange, But anyway, so I had ambitions. I went to the city of Lindsay, got, what I needed to open a business. Went to the city of Visalia because it was a county thing, so I had to go to both places. Worked out a deal with the owner of Rogelio Barbershop at the time was his son. And so he was going to take out a loan on the business, and we were going to go into partnership to open up a bar.
What's his name? Alex?
No, his name was Steven.
Okay.
And so anyway, I did all the research. I did all the planning. I did everything. I met with the owner of the building. We went down and looked at all the things, and I planned it all out. Right, created the business model, created the business plan. And fuck, dude, I was so excited about it at the time, man. And he ended up I guess he didn't tell his dad about it, And so it was like,
sounds about right.
Take out a loan on your dad's business. You didn't tell your dad about it. So that just fucking fell through. But I was so excited, dude. I have it all in a book. I still have the book. But that would have been cool, man. Because to be honest, Fat Boys didn't live up to what it could have been, man.
It was huge. Like, I remember walking in there and it was very empty.
Exactly.
And then pool tables were in the back and I was kind of empty. And every time I went there, I remember one time I went there and I was like trying to watch the UFC fights. And like they were catering to us because we're like the only 3 customers in there. And you could tell like this girl was bartending and showing her fucking tits or whatever. And then like some dude rolled up because she went around and found him, and he's like, "Hey, what do you guys want?" I'm like, "I'm trying to watch the UFC fights." We'll make it happen. And it became really, "Hey, you guys want free shots? And if you buy one, we'll get you second one for free." It just got weird, and it was like, "No, dude, like I'm just trying to like talk to you."
Right.
Like it got kind of creepy.
Well, it was, dude, and that's what it was. It's like they went at it as like a regular type place. Like that's not what they should have went all out. And then when I went in there, because do you remember what that place was? It was like a True Value or a Western Auto. I think it was a Western Auto.
Yeah.
They sold auto parts.
Okay.
And then correct me if I'm wrong, Alberto, if you remember. I think it was a Western Auto.
No, Western Audio or Western Auto was Auto was at a different location, I believe.
Was it?
It was before that area, same street. It's right when you turn right on that street. By the apartments right there. I don't know. There's probably
I'm not sure. Church. But anyway, so they used to have a shooting range at the bottom.
Alberto says it was poorly ran. Alberto, how would you have ran it?
No, I
under new management. Hey yo, that always works,
dude. I totally agree that it was poorly ran.
It was a fucking pet store too.
Oh, that's right. It was a pet store for a while. Yeah, it turned into a pet store for a while. Yeah, that's so fucking right.
Pet store business not good.
But dude, they have a basement that's the size of the entire upper room. And so the basement is fucking huge.
Opportunity.
It used to be a shooting range. I remember going down there shooting my BB gun down there.
They should keep it a shooting range.
Right? Dude, so I had plans of making upstairs, downstairs, like different vibes. You know what I mean? Like downstairs you go and it's like a rave party vibe. And then upstairs is like, cool vibe. Oh, fuck. I had so much fucking plans for that place. Like an outside bistro with umbrellas where you can sit outside and drink a smoothie and have a little fucking lunch or whatever. God damn it. I wish that would have happened.
Big titty bartenders.
Woo-hoo.
The rent was too high.
Oh, I bet.
How do you know, Alberto? How do you have all this inside information? Whose dick you sucking? Huh?
Where are you getting all this information, Alberto?
Man, I wish Alberto was here to would you talk if you were here?
Call Alberto.
Someone hung out with you, didn't talk. I was so excited to hear Alberto.
Give him your number, Jay.
Yeah, I love it. Big Al. Big Al's my boy. I don't know. We don't hang out much, but you're my boy forever.
Dude, you should call in right now, Alberto.
Yeah, Alberto, call the fuck in. The number's in the first comment. It's my new phone number. I don't remember. It is I got bad eyes. Can you read that?
Fuck no. It's 530
530 883
4077.
4077. Alberto, call in. Don't be a bitch.
Call that shit. Call that shit.
Your fucking,
he said no.
Your sexual chat rooms, you pussy.
Love it.
Hey, that's a Straw Hat alumni right there, bro. He worked at Straw Hat forever.
He did.
Hooked it up with the pizzas. He would always show up to a party with a pizza. I think.
Oh, fuck
I don't know.
yeah.
Am I making that up?
No, I remember that. I'm
Alberto. Too high, goddammit. You're too high.
Point.
What are we?
That's the point.
Your face won't even be on. We're never going to get jobs again because of this. And you're scared. Well, no pressure.
Hey, you know what, man?
Fuck. That's our fan base.
Good
pussies. That's why we got to end this shit.
Yeah,
no Patreon, no nothing. We're just working our ass off for nothing. I think the best thing to do in a podcast is attack your crowd. You're one follower.
Yeah, you're one follower.
Oh, we dropped to one.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Hold on, you fucks. Yeah. I'm so excited to talk to Big Al. Fucked up.
God damn it. That's so funny.
Man, how did we not buy Black and Milds? We're stupid.
We are.
You mentioned it like anything else. And I was like, probably Black and Milds, but I'm trying to be healthy. And and then I'm Buzz like, fuck health.
We can go for a 5-pack right now.
Yeah. Do you need a pipe? I got a pipe downstairs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hey, you keep Big Al.
Hold on. Let me see your phone. Bring it over here.
Let me unlock it for you. Oh, he called, I think. That was someone else. I'll be right back. You need water or anything?
No, I'm good, man. Thanks. So, Alberto, what the fuck's up with Lindsay, man? What's new over there? What's the story? What are you talking about? Hold on, you fucks. So, episode 23. Oh, here we go. We got something. Alberto, hold on. Give me a second.
All right.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Nothing much. I'm not fucking outside smoking.
Yeah, what are you
That's how excited I am right now.
What are you smoking on?
Cookies. I'm not sure what kind it is. It just says cookies and it gets me high. That's all I know.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that right there.
I'm moving up.
Cookies. That's what I got too. So where do you get it from? Do you get it from the dispensary?
Well, I got a buddy. He gets it. I guess he gets it from one of his places he goes to.
Hey, well, that's the beauty about living in Lindsay. I always had a buddy that had some weed.
Big Al, what's up, brother?
Hey, I got to take a piss.
Hey, dickhead.
Hey, man, that's rude. You should be like, hey, you fucking godly, sexy motherfucker. Because if you spread positivity will come back to you.
I don't know about that. Shit.
What? So, man, why were you so quiet at Kobe's? I got to know.
Well, first of all, I was high.
High as fuck? Yeah?
Yeah, but then, there was a lot of yapping going on, but not on my side. So I couldn't really jump in.
Oh, dude, you could always jump in. The thing about going to the Valley, you just have to fucking interrupt people and yell at them because
all that fucking prison talk. And, to be honest, I don't give a shit about prison. A couple things, like how they make their wine or whatever. That's kind of interesting,
but also that's an opinion. Like, I don't give a fuck about prison talk. That's a cool opinion to share. Hey,
well, listen, Jay,
Alberto, why Nick's in the restroom? Should I steal his weed?
Sure, what?
I said, why Nick's in the restroom? Should I use his weed over my weed? My weed sucks.
Just rip them off on camera and edit it out.
Yeah, I'm smart, right? Let's just make it documented. So, have you talked to Sal?
I haven't seen him in forever, at least a couple of years.
That's our only conversation point for the last.
I saw his mom. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. He hit me up on LinkedIn a few times a few years ago or several years ago. But, well, shit, dude. What are you doing? What gets you going?
What do you mean? Fucking.
What do you like?
My car, actually. It gets me going.
Well, like when you're bored, when you're bored, you're like, fucking, I need some shit to do. What do you do?
PlayStation. Is Nick there? Or Nick's still taking a shit?
He's right here.
Excuse me.
Hey, Nick, Alberto said he feels more comfortable if there's a Mexican present while he talks to him.
Some brown skin. Hey, so
Hey, Nick, I don't know what this white cocksucker's talking about. Dude. Where you at?
I was talking about economics and, furthering your life and such.
I'm talking about LinkedIn.
all that
He's
positivity
talking about LinkedIn.
shit.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Fuck all that positivity
LinkedIn?
shit.
What's that?
Fuck those networking apps, huh, Alberto?
Insurance.
I'm not linking no one.
So Alberto, who do you who's in your close circle over there, man? Who are you hanging out with over there?
No one. Fuck. It's a real tight circle.
Okay, so what do you do, man?
It's just a line.
So what do you do right now for a job?
Well, I work. I went back to Straw Hat.
Okay.
Where at?
They moved to Visalia.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I started door dashing.
Okay.
Okay.
How's that going?
Actually pretty good.
What are you driving?
I got a Honda 2005.
Nice. All right. Dude, fuck yeah, man. So
Yeah,
what
okay.
So you live in Visalia or are you living in Lindsay?
I live in Lindsay.
Okay. What's the scene like over there?
Well, it's kind of. I really don't go out. I don't. Other than like, I might go, go for a walk. That's about it. But everything's pretty much closed, or no dining or nothing.
Did you ever go to Saints and Sinners?
That's the one by the taco truck.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went there twice.
Nice.
It was very shitty.
Of course it is, dude. I think they had like fucking dirt floors or some shit like that. Did you ever go there, Jay?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what to expect. High class, but nope.
It was definitely dirt floors, and I told this, and when I worked in San Francisco at this tech company, I was like, yeah, I was drunk thinking I'm going to connect with people, like tell them, like, just be honest. Like, yeah, I fucking went to a strip club in my hometown that there's like dirt floor, and they're like, what? And they looked at me with evil eyes. I was like, never mind. I made that up. I'm drunk. Sorry.
And you know what? The beauty about Lindsay, I remember one time, I forget what it was, like a house party or something. Yeah. Well,
there is.
Let me finish, Alberto.
From a distance.
So we went. It was a house party. I forget where it was, but somebody knew the strippers from Saints and Sinners, and so they called them over to the strip party. And like they showed up like after work. It was like 2 a.m. It was a fucking crazy ass night. And when you think of Saints and Sinners strippers, they are Saints and Sinners strippers. Like these are bottom of the barrel, let's say. It was an interesting night. Silence.
Hey, Big Al. Big Al.
Yeah.
So, okay, I want you to judge us.
Please do.
So what it looks like.
No, please not that.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, look at how long my hair is.
So Alberto knew both of us in high school.
Damn,
so Alberto, how do we come off as? Like, and you better be real. Don't be like, oh, they were nice guys. They had good personalities.
Fucking real. What am I? I'm not fucking rude Jude over here. I can't.
You used to be, bitch. What happened? You getting soft on me with old age?
If you thought Jay was gay, just say it.
Nah, Jay got pussy. I remember when.
What do you say?
Jay got pussy.
Halloween.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hey, Jay, Big Al knows. Oh, dude, tell the story. Fred, what's his name? Fred
Bastardo?
The caveman. I went to it was like our birthday. What's the
tell the story, Alberto?
Caveman guy.
Shut up, Jay.
Flintstone.
I'm trying to tell you, this guy Jay, he got pussy. Let me tell you. I remember it was a Halloween party and Jay was dressed up as was it Fred Flintstone?
Correct.
Am I right, Jay?
Yes, sir.
And there's I don't remember who the cheerleader was, but she was all over you.
Yep.
Nice, good times.
And
good
I believe Freddie, you got his dick sucked too that night.
Woo, boy.
So this is Kobe's ex-wife's friend.
By Barney, unfortunately.
Nice.
Yeah, she took
No.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
So we were partying in the backyard of this house Kobe lived at with Steve Marino, rest in peace, who was an older guy we worked for in Baltimore. And he, we had this like a 21st or 22nd, I don't know, birthday party out this country, out kind of Strathmore House. And we threw a big party in the back and we all dressed up. And then I went to this girl dragged me in the front to, give me some head. And the whole party, there was this window in the carport to the front. And then when it was kind of the end of the party, so people were like walking to their cars. And Alberto, did we do a high five as this operation was happening?
Oh my goodness.
I shouldn't be talking about this, but fuck it, last episode.
That's awesome. Did you high five Jay when he was getting a BJ?
Is that you or someone else?
Of course I did. Who wouldn't?
You got damn right I did.
He's a good friend. Respect.
Dude, fucking good times, man.
Yeah.
Shit, no worries.
Alberto, we went on double dates. Do you remember that to Larry Theater?
When we saw that fucking awful Beowulf movie?
What movie?
Beowulf?
Oh, that's an awesome movie. I still love watching that shit. What's wrong with you, son? I bet the graphics suck now.
Okay, yeah. Oh, he's coming near me. Watch out and pay extra $5.
Yeah, dude. Big Al, man. I miss you, man. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't know why I said that. But Big Al is one of those dudes, like the one of the last Mohicans and Lindsay I kept up with. And then, just shit happens.
Did you ever go to Misco parties, Alberto?
To who?
Misco? Remember the Misco brothers?
The tall fox? I don't think so.
No. Oh, okay. No, they lived down the street from Palafox. Remember Miss McGeehee? That was their mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What a
major parties over there.
A weird woman.
So
Nick with the name dropping over here.
I know. And then I'm commenting on it. God damn it.
Whoa.
This always happens.
God damn.
Hashtag McGeehee.
Fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine over here. Oh, right here, Jay.
I got some weed too. What do you got? Your shit's probably better than mine. This shit sucks.
Well, supposedly it's cookies. It's already broken out.
Cool. Nice.
Supposedly it's cookies, but you know how that goes.
Chocolate chip or what?
So I didn't. Do you ever hit up the dispensary over there, Alberto?
The Valley Pier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to pretty much all of them. They first had one on Wood Lake, and then it was Visalia, and then here in Lindsay finally.
That place sucks.
Do you remember that place? What's that little town going out of Lindsay on? I think it's Spruce, and there's like a little tiny community.
Toolville?
It is Toolville. No, Toolville, not Tonyville. Toolville.
Toole, I think.
Right. There was a dispensary there. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember that, Alberto?
You know, I had a guy I know. He would buy stuff for me from I think over there.
Yeah, dude, we used to go there all the time, dude. And it was a dispensary. It only lasted so long. I don't know if this is the accurate story, but this is what I heard. The guy that owned it served a prison sentence, and he joined the M, which is like the Mexican mafia.
Yeah.
And when you join that, when you get out, you have to give a portion of your proceeds to the organization.
That's nice.
And yeah, that's
They're like Mormons.
And he
but they don't have the underwear. Mormons without the underwear.
He wasn't doing it, and so they fucking went and took all his shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but interesting.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
You don't want to get sued.
Well, and you know what I do? I used to go there all the time, dude. They actually probably
allegedly
one of the best.
I know he doesn't know law. Tell him, Big Al.
Right?
How not to get
raped.
raped.
Allegedly, in case you don't want to get in trouble.
You're right. Allegedly, I used to go here all the time, and allegedly, I got some stuff called what was it?
Heroin,
chocolate purple, or something like that.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, the best tasting pot I've ever had.
Did you just like eat it?
Dude, it was amazing. Yeah, I loved it.
Blue Dream's still my favorite.
Oh yeah.
There was a cherry pie back in the day that kicked ass. Cherry pie.
American Pie. Oh. Alberto, so what movie is a good movie right now? That you
I am high as fuck, by the way.
Me too.
But Big Al, go
what
ahead.
Movie? The J Sex Tape is pretty funny.
The what?
The
J
Sex Tape. That's pretty funny.
This is Alberto's attempt to be funny. Why is it funny, Alberto?
I don't know. I apologize.
You gave up so easily. I thought we were gonna have banter back and forth, a nice rhythm.
Someone had to try on this fucking show.
Hey, because you know what? People put out a sex tape and they get fucking famous, you know?
And some put out a sex tape and just end up doing crack behind the trailer.
Yes. Dude, remember, was it Steve Urkel? No, not Steve Urkel. Screech.
Steve Urkel.
No, Screech. Remember Screech?
Yeah, Screech was weird for a while.
He became a porn star.
Or to like make money.
That's so
He's gone
funny.
broke.
Hey, Alberto, me and Jay got these lottery tickets earlier, and we're gonna scratch them right now to see who wins. What do you think?
You got a quarter?
What type?
Hey, we got a shirt. Hey, Alberto, we'll share it with you if we win. We
Yes.
got to give because since he's online,
Yep.
the one dude.
I will give you half of my proceeds, Alberto.
Okay, Alberto, wait, what do I get out of your proceeds? Alberto gets half?
Okay, then we'll go 33% each.
Okay, 33%, and I'm doing this. I bargained. I'm white, bro. But I did the same of mine. If I win, Nick is 33.3333%, and so do you, Big Al.
All right, here we go. What do you think?
Just check the fucking ticket, will you?
Dude, we're going to win millions.
That's mine right there.
Oh, we're doing this.
Poker.
Set for life.
Set for life. All right. This is
You know what? I don't know how to play. I don't buy this shit. How do you
Dude,
play?
so this is how you usually know. With the bonus chip, that means like how many times the amount you're gonna win. If it's like 5x or 10x or 20x, you know you're not gonna fucking win because they're not gonna give you that.
But mine's different, and that's why I don't like it. It says, read the back for details. You have to read 3 paragraphs. It's
That's
not worth
fine
it.
print. That's fine print. Right there. Read that right there.
Match any of your numbers to any 5 winning number. Lost.
So here's your winning numbers. Scratch those and then match them with those numbers. All right, Alberto, I'm gonna scratch the bonus chip here. You ever? Oh fuck, I ain't winning. I fucking lost. I already know. You ever play these, Alberto?
Which one is it? The Lucky Sevens?
No, the poker.
I don't know how to play no damn poker.
Dude, look at the 20.
I like the Lucky Sevens.
Dude, that 20x right there means I'm not gonna fucking win. So now you got to scratch these and see if.
Can you just tell me if I win and don't like?
Oh, you already won!
Woo, $2.
$2 fucking already on the first number. This motherfucker, Alberto. Oh, you won again! Oh my goodness, this guy won.
I got $4.
Dude, the first 2 numbers he scratched, he won. Wait, is that an 11?
It's 11.
Oh my goodness.
11, right?
Yeah, this guy's gonna win the whole fucking card.
$6. $6. How much was this card?
$5.
All right,
it's already a profit. It's already a profit. 36. No, that's not a winner. 34. Yeah, it is.
$6, $7, $8.
Winner, chicken dinner. This guy, Alberto.
Can I drink your whiskey if you're not going to drink it?
You absolutely
can. I pour it in my glass so it seems less gay?
Absolutely do that.
Whoa, your ice melted, sir. Hey, Alberto, are you just smoking or drinking, eating? What are you doing? What sins are you committing?
I'm not smoking right now because I'm talking to you 2 dickheads. What can I expect is windfall of money that we won?
Hey, Big Al, with that being said, we at $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10.
And he's only
$10 profit. You get 33.333%.
Yep. And do you have PayPal, Alberto?
Don't talk to me about the white shit.
Venmo, Cash App.
PayPal? What's that?
Who does that shit, huh? Oh, there's another one.
Just give me a check.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $12.
12 fucking
Hey,
dollars.
Big Al, big money coming to you, brother.
Yeah. What's that?
You're gonna.
We're
be
winning.
rich.
We're at
You're gonna be
$12 winning right now.
We're still winning?
Yeah, we're winning, brother.
Big ass ticket.
There's another one.
We won.
There's another one.
We're at $14. We just won, baby.
Is it all 2?
Look at that.
Is it all 2, 2, 2, 2?
Yep.
Yeah, we got a bunch of 2s. That means it's bullshit, right?
And look at dude.
Yeah,
Look at
it's gonna
this,
be all
dude.
full of 2s.
The fucking dealer has a straight. I'm not winning.
You haven't done
I've
it
seen those
yet?
before. It's
I
gonna be
haven't
all
done it
2s.
yet. God damn it.
So 1, 2,
Hey, I'm gonna put you guys on a speaker so I can smoke real quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
you do that, Alberto. What are you smoking? A
Well,
pipe,
keep vamping over here.
pipe, joint, blunt? What are you on? What are you smoking, Alberto?
Hey, another win.
Nice.
14, 15, 16. 16.
And you still got a whole nother row to go.
We're going for that $1 million. We don't want
Million.
60, we want a
Million.
million. A mil at least. Oh,
There's another one.
big win. $18.
Holy shit.
$18.
You got some fuck you money right now.
Hell yeah. Going to the Saints and Sinners right now. So,
that's close.
you have any pets, Alberto?
This is like a first date. What's your favorite color? Tell me how awesome you are and lie to my face. Wow, that's your job? So interesting. I love your jacket.
You must be.
First dates are the worst. We just lie to each
Oh
other's
my
face. And
God.
like, this is the one.
That's fucking hilarious, Jay.
You're getting angry. I like it.
I love your jacket. That's awesome.
First dates are the worst. They're such bullshit lies. They're such lies.
Oh my goodness. There's another one.
What do we have? I don't know anymore. We're rich. So we're going for $1 million, and we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Jay,
19, 20, $20.
We're at 20
You get
bucks.
33. You get 5% of that.
You got one more, Jay. One more.
I'm still going.
One more.
Million. Nope. Oh yeah.
Is
No.
it? Oh fuck! I was like, dude, is that 34?
Hey, we should just. Hey, Big Al, send us your address. We're gonna mail this. This is all you, bro.
This
This
is
is
you,
all Big
bro.
Al. This is all Big Al.
That was your luck, Alberto.
I want to screw you over, and now I'm drunk. I want to give it all to you. White guilt, white privilege.
Hey, that was fucking exciting, dude. Son of a bitch. Hey, guess what, Al?
yeah.
I didn't win shit. Fucking garbage.
Hey, but no, this is
Fucking
Big
Nick.
Al's. Listen to this to Big Al for sure. Big Al, you won. What is it? What did I say? 18, 20?
$20.
$20,000. It's all yours. I'm sending you in the mail.
That's all you right there.
Take a screenshot. Now, someone looked up the serial number and they're going to hack you. But, hey, Big Al,
Dude, that's fucking awesome, Jay.
what's the point of life?
Deep.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want some like one sentence answers. Point of life, go.
Well, Jay, I'm just stalling for time until I think. So,
That's like 5
what's
sentences.
going on?
Big Al, is there a God?
No,
Big Al, why?
no, there's not.
Are aliens real?
I really don't give a shit. No. Maybe.
Trump or Biden?
You know, Jay, it's not polite to talk about politics, you know.
Truth or lie?
You don't kiss and tell, Jay.
Truth or lie?
What about it?
Which one? Truth or
Pick
lie?
one? About what? You asked me to pick one, or?
Pick one, yeah.
All right, truth, I guess.
Anal or vaginal? That's
Who's
pop-
anal?
Mm.
Yeah,
Hey! Woo, woo. I appreciate your
dude,
honesty.
I got a funny one, dude. My cousin, one time, this guy was working with us at McDermott, and this guy's a religious guy, and he came up to us,
Ew.
and you know, me and my cousin both do construction, and this guy didn't really do construction. He just got into the gig.
Meth.
And he goes up to us and he says, hey, you know what? I just bought a house. It's got a deck back there, you know, and I want to stain it. You know, what's the best way to stain my deck? And my cousin looks at him and says, stick it in her ass. To stain your deck?
Yeah, I got it. Big Al. Wait. No.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Dude, I started busting up laughing.
All right, Big Al.
You ever get it on your deck, Nick?
What's that?
You ever get it on your deck?
I've never had that experience.
Wait, what? To get what in your dick?
Shit? Is that what you're talking
Shit.
about?
Yeah.
Never had that experience,
Well,
but I've heard about it. I'm so glad I haven't. Well, you know what? I've been with the same woman for a long time. So.
Okay, jump on this.
Oh yeah.
God bless.
I just ran.
God bless.
So it sounds like you have, Al.
No, hell no. Fuck that.
Hey, you know what, man? I just
I had a sheep problem.
I
I had a sheep problem.
yeah.
Cancun.
No shit.
Yeah, I had a little bit of. It was a first exploration for me, and I don't like to poop on the sheets. I can't sleep at night.
Woo! Interesting.
Anyways,
Yeah, that sounds like a good time, Jay.
yeah, it was a good time.
Dude, I don't know. I haven't read into this, but I've been seeing some memes about Odell Beckham Jr.
Wait, why does that sound familiar?
Odell Beckham Jr. is a receiver. He was on the New York Giants for a long time, made a huge reputation for himself. Now he's on the Cleveland Browns. Speaking of which, it just came out that he has a poop fetish.
But
And he's on the Browns.
damn, I had all these buttons for 4.5 months, dude.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That shit on him.
What do you say? I don't shit on him.
I'll shit on him.
Hey, Big Al, when are you gonna start doing stand-up comedy?
I fucking love it.
Do you want to?
No.
Why not?
You're funny as fuck. I thought you love comedy. Okay, Big Al. I haven't talked to you. I haven't talked to you on a weekly basis or monthly basis for a long time. But I just feel like Big Al because because of social push and throughout the years, just kind of vibing off someone off the internet. Big Al, do you know anything about Patrice O'Neal?
Of course. You guys are a legend. And Nick, you should definitely hear some of his.
I should. Obviously, you've been watching the podcast and know that.
No, he knew him before the podcast, guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Right, Big Al?
Yeah.
Dude,
this is relationship advice.
Dude, he speaks comic truth. I think if he was alive today, Dave Chappelle would have a run for his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And Big Al, it's funny. I don't know you for a long time, but I know you're I just sense it that you're up onto the comedy beat because you get sense of humor. And if you watch Patrice O'Neal, fuck, you question how you're living your life. It's weird.
Yeah.
Alberto.
Yeah.
When are you gonna come to Sac?
Right now, bro.
You coming on to me, Nick?
Yes, I am.
No, you know Nick is coming on to you when he slips something in your drink. That's how you know.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
Yeah, dude.
What old rapey Nick?
Hey, you know what? You can't rape the willing, Alberto. You know what?
Rapey you, Nick.
Jay took me to this comedy club here in town.
Lots of dildos.
There was lots of dildos hanging on the wall.
Yep.
Coincidentally, it was ass height. I don't know what that means. But anyways, it was a good time, man. Shit, it would be awesome for you to come down here and fucking go to a comedy show.
It's closed, man.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, Big Al, when I moved to Sac, there was this up and rising comedy scene. And I started going to this place. I was downtown, and they've been closed forever. And I was like, I'm going to start doing open mics. I'm going to write. I'm going to take this shit seriously. And then, bam, COVID closed. But you have no desire to do anything like that? Comedy writing, podcasting, nothing?
No, I think I would just pretty much just rip people off, get some of their stuff and just little twist it a little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
That's smart enough to come up with original shit.
Fuck it out.
Yeah, I like it. I like the truth.
Well, you know what? I follow Al on Instagram, and it's a lot of memes, right, Al?
Yeah, I deleted all my shit. I don't know. I was bored.
Did you? Okay. Have you watched that documentary that Jay was talking about earlier, The Social Dilemma?
Well, I had never heard of it. What is it, Jay?
It's just about Facebook and social media in general and how they basically are affecting depression and suicide and how you make your decisions politically, through Facebook, and if it's ethical or not.
In a nutshell.
What about that? You ever watch Black Mirror?
I've watched a few episodes. It depressed me. The episode where they had to like ride the bike for electricity and shit. Like that was their daily task. They sleep and there's just ads.
Oh yeah.
That
That was like the first one.
yeah, that I was in San Francisco hating it, and it just depressed me because I realized it's more than likely true, and like I stopped watching it after that because it just depressed me so much.
They had a good one about social media. I forget what it's called, but it was pretty good.
Is that the first episode with the pig?
No, I think that's the one where the guy from England. I'm not sure if he's the prime minister, but he has to fuck a pig.
Yeah, on like live TV to get his like what's his like granddaughter like taken or his daughter taken.
What the hell?
Yeah, first episode of Black Mirror, dude fucks a pig. Great show. Great show. Hey, Big Al.
Yes. Go ahead.
Making sure you didn't fall asleep on us.
Well, I'm here.
Alberto, so whereabouts do you live in Lindsay? I mean, you don't have to give me your address, but
give us your address right now.
It's no, it's by the park.
Okay.
A couple blocks from.
Oh, right on, right on.
Have I been there?
Where Kobe used to live at. Remember when Kobe lived off of I can't think of that street.
Oh yeah, right.
Alameda.
Alameda, right?
Yeah, that one.
Dude, Jay, do you remember doing donuts in the park
every Tuesday night?
Yes. And then the cops came
and ran the stop.
Fucking hauled ass to Kobe's house.
Kobe ran the stop sign right there.
Yeah, parked the cars.
Ran inside.
There's 2 cars. We parked them both in Kobe's house. All ran. We didn't run inside. I think Kobe ran inside.
2 people were outside or something.
Yeah. Dude, I was outside and I
was on the kitchen floor.
Oh, were you? Oh, you went inside? Oh, that was crazy, dude. The cops showed up. They're flashing the lights everywhere. And they fucking looked around. And
do you remember egging cars and like shit like? And then like there's a time we had in my house and there's lights going through the window.
Yeah. Fuck. You remember that, Berto?
I never egged shit. I'm not one to egg.
You remember that one time we took a shit on that hood of that guy's car?
What?
No, I'm kidding. But Big Al, I looked up these old photos of us from high school, and it's like Gilbert Rodriguez and Isaac Rodriguez, you, me, and Kobe, and we like went and like partied in the bowl, and we were just taking a bunch of pictures on this old ass camera. You're in it, and then it's like someone threw up in the car, this old ass car, and we had to go to the car wash and clean it that night. I think it was Isaac. Do you remember that? That photo proof you were there.
No?
He just slit his wrist.
I can't believe you told that story, Jay.
I'm trying to run for pastor of Lindsay United. Hey, Big Al.
Yeah?
Last episode. Do you give a fuck?
What?
This is the last Water Tower podcast episode ever.
This one?
Yeah, we're done. This is it. The last one.
Okay.
Exactly. That's where we're ending it.
I love Al, dude.
He's real.
That's awesome. Dude, what about parties at the fucking what was it called? Soto Ranch out there, Strathmore.
Oh yeah.
What was it called?
I don't know.
What was that place called, Alberto? They called it something.
Oh, yeah, the shop.
The shop.
The shop.
Yeah, the shop.
Yeah, we threw parties there. Like our little Anthony Moreno, Isaac Martinez, all those guys, Rudy.
There's good parties out there,
We used to
dude.
throw parties. Jesse Silva. Yeah.
Dude, I remember one time going out there to a party. I was chilling with Arthur Lewis. Of course, we were always the only ones that smoked weed, and we'd always be fucking out in the corner smoking weed. And his dad worked in a packing house, and he would work in the fields and help his dad sometimes. And so he knew how to drive a tractor. So we were fucked up, dude, at this party. And there's a tractor in the distance way out there. And there's a fucking, it's a shop. There's fucking railroad tracks and a bunch of pallets for oranges or whatever. And he's like, dude, I bet you $100 the keys are in there. Oh, shit. And I was like, no way, dude. No, they're not. He's like, let's go check it out. So we're like, all right, let's go check it out. Dude, we walk over there. Sure enough, dude, the keys are fucking sitting right in the ignition, dude. Because why wouldn't they, right? It's it's closed in. It's all locked off, right? And so he's like, "You want to fuck around?" I was like,
I think I
"Fuck it,
remember
let's
this,
do it,
dude. Alberto was pissed.
Oh, dude, he was fucking pissed.
Alberto
dude.
Soto.
Yeah, right. And dude, so we got in. I was passenger. He was driving. Dude, they had these fucking probably like 10 high, probably about 20 across pallet stacks.
Yeah.
And Arthur would take like 2 off at a time and just put them in random places.
Just like showing his skill. That's like a skill.
It is a skill, dude. And
Nice.
we were fucked up. We probably unloaded like 20 fucking bins or something. Oh my goodness.
The guys the next day were like, "Cool, it's done." Sweet.
That was fucking nuts. Any good memories over there, Alberto?
Nah.
Hey, Alberto. Alberto, who's your favorite comedian?
What's that?
Who's your favorite comedian?
Right now, Chris Rock, Louis C.K., George Carlin. Let's see who else? Jim Norton.
What about Felipe?
Wait, you like Chris Rock?
I like
I'm not
Chris
a big Chris Rock fan. I don't know.
Dude, he has this. So Brian Irie is getting married, and Chris Rock has this bit about marriage, and it's fucking hilarious, dude. And it's like he just talks about like I fucking hate married people. It's fucking disgusting, because it's like single people go to a restaurant, they eat for an hour, and they leave. Married people close the fucking restaurant down. It's like it's just fucking hilarious, right? So I sent it to Brian. I was like, check this out. It's funny.
Oh shit!
Don't get cold feet, fucker. But yeah, dude, Felipe Esparza. Have you heard of him? Yeah,
for sure.
Dude, I like him, dude.
Yeah, he's funny.
He is funny. You hear of him, Al?
No, not a clue.
He's like the big, like kind of chunky,
fat
guy. Like, he's fucking funny. Dude. He was recently on Bill Burr and Bert Kreischer or whatever his name is podcast. He's fucking funny, dude.
Dude, he is funny, dude. I like it a lot.
Like, I've been dieting.
Exactly, dude.
Hey, Big Al, what do you think about Carlos Mencia?
What about him?
What do you think? Like, do he still jokes, or is he like cool, funny?
No, I never thought he was funny.
I
always preferred to him.
Alberto, you should run for government.
Yeah, you should, Alberto.
I like your point of view.
Mayor of Lindsay, at least.
And Nick, there was a Chris Rock story a long time ago. He cheated on his wife with some white lady.
Yeah.
But it was a setup. They said that Chris knocked her up, but it was bullshit. It was the guy that put her up to it. He knocked her up. He was a black guy.
Oh shit!
And they're trying to, and because of that, he had to come clean to the wife that he cheated. This was a year before the divorce.
Wow, interesting.
Hey, Big Al, did you watch do you know like the New York comics like Richard Voss and all those dudes like Legion of Skanks?
Which comic?
Like Legion of Skanks was like Big Al. There's the Puerto Rican Rattlesnake, Richard Voss. Those guys.
Is that Big Al?
Not Big Al. Sorry, Big J.
Yeah.
Do you follow them?
What's that? You know what? He had a special. I think from 2017. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it. I think in 2017.
They have a podcast called Legion of Skanks. It's it should not be on the internet. It's so fucking like offensive. It's awesome. It's like if you just want to like they get drunk and they just talk shit. Like they do what we do, Nick. We just get drunk, but they just like they're kind of racist. But there's like a Puerto Rican guy. He's like the worst. He's like this. He's just like, I don't know. It's funny as fuck. I don't know if you've seen that, Big Al, but I guarantee you'll love it.
Well, then it sounds like Legion of Skanks is a good name.
Yeah.
What's a good podcast that you follow right now, Alberto? Do you have any?
Well, Legion of Bill Burr has a good one.
Yeah.
Wait,
what Bill Burr one? Monday podcast or the one he does with the other dude?
The Monday Thursday one, not the.
That's a good one. Yeah, he goes on rants by himself, and sometimes his wife joins in.
Okay, pretty funny.
Okay, what's number 3? Sorry, I totally interrupted you.
You ever listen to Jim Florentine? He's pretty much just complains about like dumb shit.
Jim, what?
Jim Florentine.
Oh, why can't I picture him? Yeah, not a big fan.
Never heard of him.
Have you ever checked out Doug Stanhope?
Oh yeah, he's good. He lives in Pixie, Arizona, like in a small ass town.
What is that town called?
Isn't it Pixley?
No. I feel like it starts with a B. I don't know.
Bixley.
But so this guy's like an alcoholic. He was friends with Joe Rogan back in the day when they did the Man Show. Ruined it. But he's just like, I'm an alcoholic and I'm going to run the ship into the rocks. I'm not going to try to like sail away. I'm just going to run it straight into the rocks and drink us and have fun. But his fucking early stand-up is free on YouTube and it's awesome.
What's his name?
Doug Stanhope.
Okay.
He like buys.
Name.
Yeah, what's up?
You ever read his book?
No, I haven't.
It's called Digging Up Mother.
Wait, what?
He has a book called Digging Up Mother.
Oh, I heard the story about his mom's death.
What the hell?
Yeah.
He does it in the stand-up. So Big Al, so tell Nick what's up with this?
Yeah, what is that? Well, I'm curious now.
Oh, his mom wanted to kill herself, right? Right, EJ?
Yeah.
Like by all boozed up and fucked up.
She wanted to commit suicide?
Well, she was sober until that point. I think she had sobriety.
Yeah, and she wanted to kill herself, and then they go, fine, let's all drink. Like him and his girlfriend Bingo was like a hippie chick.
They're making her martini. She was sober for years, but they're like, this is the going away party.
Oh wow.
She's gonna die.
So it was orchestrated?
Literally.
Yeah. Him and his brother.
Wow.
And they were like popping her pills.
And he wrote a book about this?
I guess. Yeah, read it.
Yeah, that's like 3 years old. So the next day, EMTs come get the mom. They end up picking up Bingo, the girlfriend, by accident because she's all fucked up too. No, my mom, not Bingo, she's still alive.
Oh,
yeah. Bingo had blue hair, right? She's like this crazy chick.
Wow.
Did you when Donald Trump and Hillary are running for presidency? I like took a step back. I was like, I'm gonna avoid any fucking political shit because I don't want an opinion. Fast forward today, I have too many opinions. But anyways, like I was like, great. And so I was like, what did I do on the election? And I was like, I got off the bars, like the shit was going on, the debates. I fucking put it on. I got a blunt and a 40, like I do with politics, and it was fucking amazing.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I lost myself.
What were we talking about, Alberto?
I told you so that story and had a cool thing to say, and I forgot.
Hair.
Oh, it was so sorry. When the election happened with Hillary and Clinton, they were having I was like, what should I do? I'm not really into politics. And the Comedy Store had Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, and Doug Stanhope ran it. It was like the end of the world party. And they like followed the election while they did comedy. But like that blue haired chick, Bingo, whatever her name is, was like about to die that night. And so Doug Stanhope was all stressed.
She got fucked up.
Yeah. She's like a druggie.
Oh shit. We were just we were talking, dude. So what how did that happen? She like drank too many pills, or how did she commit suicide? The mom.
I don't know.
Well, I think the pills did it. You know, she drank a lot, and then you mix it with alcohol, and it can become deadly.
That's fucking nuts. Damn. I think they passed a law here in California, didn't they? Like if you have a condition and I don't know, something like you can decide to end your own life.
I don't know.
Huh. I don't know. Interesting.
Should be a law.
Right?
I'm done.
Right.
Charles Bukowski has a great poem about that. It's like your nurse at the retirement home kills you or you kill yourself. What do you want to do?
But I hope you have a good one.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Alberto, you have fucking $20 sitting right here, dude.
Where's it at? I want it right now. Send it now.
All right. Send DM us your like Cash App and we'll send it to you.
You guys go buy a big ass fucking blunt with that money.
Nice. I like it. You know what? We got a lottery ticket. It was our first live show,
Yeah,
I think,
so.
or something like that. And we went to the store to buy some beer. And I always, for some reason, when I do something like that, I always buy a lottery ticket because, like, oh, okay, well, let's see how this. If I have good luck, maybe it'll be a good run. And it absolutely was. And we won $50 off of that lottery ticket. And so fast forward, what's 4 months, something like that, we go today and buy 2 more lottery tickets, some beer, some liquor, no Black and Milds.
Damn it.
And won $20. Fuck yeah. Alberto.
Yeah.
I'm very sad that this is the last Water Tower podcast.
Okay, so I'm super fucked up. Yeah, it's the last podcast.
Jay is fucked up.
Oh, really?
I'm so drunk. Juice cleanse was a bad idea. Want this?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, this is it, Alberto. You know what? Shit, man. You know what, dude? This is fucking fun, Jay. I've learned a lot of shit, and I can't wait to eventually someday use it to my advantage somehow.
I got a question.
Yo.
How long should I wait to unfollow a Water Tower podcast? Like 2-3 days?
Minutes.
This
Minutes. 5 minutes tops.
After this show ends.
After the fucking phone call. Bye-bye.
All right,
Click.
see you, buddy.
Hey, that's an interesting question, Jay.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
think
Whatever
so.
you want to do. Do you, son?
Oh shit. Well, should we end it, Jay?
Oh,
It's about that time.
Me, Nick, and Big Al. We're gonna end it. Big Al, any last words?
well, if you know anything about radio, Jay, you never say goodbye. It's on to the next show.
All right, for our next episode, in 6 months to 10 years.
Never know.
Say it.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Hey, Alberto, why don't you sign us out on this last one?
Yeah, I love it.
Come on, Alberto.
Alberto, you're going to give the exit to the Water Tower podcast, number 23 episode, last episode ever. 4.5, 5 months of work. Now you get to end it. Go.
That's historic.
And done.
You heard it first, everybody. This is the Water Tower podcast. Nick Milan, Jay Oder, and Big Al, Alberto Menchaca calling in to end it. Let's, hey, we love y'all. And we'll see you maybe in the future sometime because it's good for radio, Alberto said.
Alberto.
Peace. Love you, Alberto.
Yeah.
Woo! They fucked up.